in-person learning. Americans are still buying despite inflation pressures. The Labor Department says retail sales surged 3.8% last month. This is ABC News. The death toll continues to rise after torrential rain sent off mudslides and flooding in Brazil, north of Rio. At least 44 people have been killed, and officials say that number could still go up. Some places got 10 inches of rain in a matter of a couple hours. It's been called the Big Quit. Millions of Americans leaving their jobs over the last year and a half. And now ABC's Jim Ryan taking a look at what many of them have been doing.
Weekly filings for jobless benefits have trended downward, so all of those people who quit are not drawing unemployment. A clue lies in census data showing that 5.4 million new business applications were submitted in 2021. That's a 53% jump, not from the previous year, but from 2019, before the pandemic arrived. Where have all the workers gone? To work for themselves. Jim Ryan, ABC News.
Prices are headed up at Louis Vuitton. The fashion house says it is raising prices globally to cover increasing manufacturing and transportation costs. Rena Roy, ABC News.
Rob tried to manage his constipation with belly pain, discomfort, and bloating day after day. After realizing it was irritable bowel syndrome with constipation, or IBS-C, he found another way and finally said yes to adding Linzess.
Linzess, or linaclotide, is a prescription medicine that treats IBS-C in adults. Linzess works differently than laxatives. It lets you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. These symptoms were studied in combination, not individually. Do not give Linzess to children less than 2 years old. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling. There could be more to your story with IBS-C. Talk to a doctor today. Say yes to Linzess. Learn more at linzess.com or call 1-800-LINZESS. Sponsored by AbbVie and Ironwood Pharmaceuticals.
KHOW News Time, 10:03.
The metro area will be under a winter storm watch today as the system slides into the region. The watch goes into effect at 2 p.m. and it lasts till 5 a.m. Hundreds of Douglas County school teachers who held out sick a couple weeks ago are being named. Chad Hoffman has more.
The district sent emails out to staff members yesterday saying they had received a request for the names through the Colorado Open Records Act. Someone has asked for the records of those who submitted for absences on February 3rd when the teachers held a sick out to hold a rally in support of now former Superintendent Corey Wise just days before his firing. The district plans to comply with that request for the list of names no later than the close of business today.
The St. Patrick's Day Parade is returning to Denver. The event was canceled the last 2 years because of the COVID-19 pandemic. Organizers say this year's parade is set for downtown on March 12th. So far, there are more than 175 entries. More information can be found online at Denver's St. Patrick's Day Parade.com. That's the latest. I'm Chuck Clark.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Woodley's Fine Furniture.
Traffic on either direction of I-25 looking good for you right now as you work your way between 120th and C470, 27 minutes, no delay either direction. 225 is a good drive. Checking that I-70 drive, it's nice and quiet right now between Arvada and Aurora. I-76 and Boulder Turnpike also both looking really good. Fox 31 pinpoint weather, snow this afternoon, 2 to 4 inches for Denver, and then higher amounts of snow to the south and west. Snow tapering off overnight, and we will have clearing skies with highs in the 30s for Thursday. Currently it's 34. With your Impact Traffic and Weather, I'm Chris McLaughlin, 630 KHOW.
Woodley's Fine Furniture, specializing in handcrafted Colorado-made furniture, custom upholstery, solid wood, and the most comfortable leather furniture imaginable. You will not find better built furniture in Colorado than at Woodley's. Visit woodleys.com today.
Grainberry, healthy cereal for your family.
Today is the day to take control of your health. Start each day with Grainberry cereals. I'm Peter Harris with breaking news. Our Grainberry cereals are packed with tons of plant-based fiber and more than 6 times the amount of antioxidants found in blueberries. Great tasting Grainberry with amazing onyx sorghum starts with lower sugar than other cereals and uses only whole grains to help slow sugar absorption, which helps manage diabetes and prediabetes. Our goal was to create healthy cereals for your family without sacrificing an ounce of flavor. Try it for yourself. Grab a box of Grainberry Bran Flakes, Honey Nut Toasted Oats, or delicious cinnamon frosted shredded wheat. You'll love the flavor and make today the day that you truly take control of your health with Grainberry.
Grainberry, Grainberry, healthy cereal for your family.
When he's not talking about it, he's tweeting about it.
Do you Twitter?
Follow the Troubleshooter at Real Tom Martino. And stay connected with all of Denver's talk station on Twitter.
Just give me your Twitter and I'll follow you.
Find us right now at 630 KHOW. Denver's talk station has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Fun. That's fun. Enter it now at khow.com. Keep listening to win with a $12K a day giveaway.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Yes, I am Tom. Welcome to the show. Goodness gracious, 40 years of doing this, and we still recover cash, merchandise, exchanges, refunds, and services every day. Plus, we give the lowdown on what to buy, where to buy, when to buy, how to buy, why to buy, and who to avoid. Welcome. I'll tell you where to buy. RealCBDThatWorks.com for pain, inflammation, anxiety, and antiviral properties. Look up the study done about CBD at the State University of, or the Oregon State University, Oregon State. You'll find out that it blocks viral particles from entering human cells. By the way, it's not a vaccination, not a treatment for any specific disease. I want to make that clear, okay, because I'm not here preaching for or against anything when it comes to that. You do what you like. You do what you want. But CBD does help. RealCBDThatWorks.com. Tom in the promo code. Get 30% off. Welcome to the show. Get your calls in right now. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. We're hunkering down for what? We're hunkering down for 2 or 3 inches, 4 inches, 5 inches, 6 inches. Yeah, so snow's good, and it's fun. What I love is we have spring sprinkled with winter. Now, we're talking about investments a lot on this show. The stock market has been horrendous. There are alternatives. We're going to have Joe on and his son Jordan talking about Become the Banker. Now, why do we do that? Here's why. When we have commercials, and by the way, I do commercials about a number of things. Here's the first thing. I have to believe in it. The second thing is I have to know the people personally or know the company very well. So when I talk about affordable interest mortgage, American Restoration, approval reverse, Art of Granite, Become the Banker, Blake Harris, Bonnie Shields, Buy and Build, Century RV, Claims Pro, Colorado Pain Care, Compass Insurance, Core Scans, David Ellis, Etten Law. Honest to God, these are people that I know. They couldn't buy their way into the show if I didn't believe in what they do. So when we do commercials, though, it's impossible to, explain everything, right? So what we do is have them on as guests now and then. Mike, though, wants to talk about a car title. Let's do that. Hey, Mike, what's going on with you, sir?
My son used to live in New Mexico, and he wants me to sell his car for him. He's out of the country now.
Is he still? Is the car registered in New Mexico?
Yes.
Okay, and he wants you to sell it.
But he made the title out to me and said he sold it to me for $1. But I'm not buying it. I need to resell it. So
yeah, but he did that probably to make it easy. But here's the problem with this.
Well,
okay,
you're not supposed to skip title.
That's what I'm just saying. Here's the problem. If you sell it, you are skipping title, and it's illegal, and you can get in trouble, and you can be fined. Well, skipping title means this: if a dealer takes a car and then sells a car without taking it under their control, it's called skipping title. It goes directly from one owner to another. You, in essence, took that car and bought it. If your son sold it to you, you bought it. You have to actually register it in your name and title it in your name before you can sell it again. That's how the state makes its money. And if you don't do that, you're big trouble. Now, if no one knows he sold it, if you never filed a piece of paper ever, then what you ought to do is tear up the sale document, say, I didn't buy the car, tear up the bill of sale, and restructure it and call it power of attorney. That's what it should be.
Well, he signed the title already for the $1, he said.
So did he actually sign the title? Well, then you're screwed, bro.
Well, no, they can tear up the title. I wouldn't literally tear it up, but tell your son to go down
lost
to
title.
He had it. He's got a lost title. They'll get it reprinted eventually, then start over.
He's out of the country, Mark.
It doesn't matter. Oh.
Yeah, he can't do it.
Yeah, wow.
Now, he just did it the wrong way. You know, people do so many things the wrong. Go ahead.
Well, I can contact him through WhatsApp or, whatever, something like that.
Yeah, but he can't come here. He can't apply. I don't think he can apply for a lost title.
Oh, wait. Long as they're not changing anything on the title, I don't think it is a big issue. You might be able to do it over the web or by calling them because there's no changes.
Now, listen,
it has a mailing address. Where's it going to go?
He actually did he actually write your name into the title?
No, he filled it out completely.
Yeah, man. You know, I think what you ought to do is, by the way, selling it for $1 doesn't mean anything when it comes to ownership tax. That's just for sales tax. Right. And by the way, this is true. You did buy it for $1. I doubt he charged you more than that. But you bought the car.
No, I'm just going to sell it. I'm sorry to interrupt. I'm just going to sell it for him. I'm not. He just.
You can't. You can't sell it for him now, Mike. You can't. It's too late.
Is it a Colorado title?
No, it's New Mexico. It was registered in New Mexico. Where was the title? What bank? Or was it paid for?
No, it was paid for.
All right.
But I think I just lost it. Exactly.
Okay. If you lost. Okay, fine. Okay. If you lost the title, your son's got to apply for a new one. That is going to take you longer. Let me explain something to you. It's going to take you longer to get a replacement title and sell the car with a power of attorney than it will to do it, register it, and sell it as you.
They actually make it, listen, they actually make it look pretty easy, man. You can download the application for duplicate certificate of title right from the New Mexico DMV.
Because it's New Mexico. It's not that way in Colorado. Then what?
Right.
Then what?
And then the only thing you're going to have to do is he's going to have to sign this application, or wink, wink, he needs to sign the application.
Yeah, of course. You can sign it. He's not going to press fraud charges.
And then that's it. Yeah. And a copy of his license. So he's going to have to send you a picture.
Then you need a power of attorney to sell it. Got it?
Or he can wink, wink, sign it again as it's
but that needs to be. I think isn't there something notarized in a car sale?
No, I don't think so.
Well, Mike, hold on. I'm sorry. What were you going to say? I put you on hold.
I was just going to say, I don't think there's any notary.
All right. Here's what you do then, Mike. Get that lost title as soon as possible. Rip up the one you have when you get it, and then have the sale done as you selling it for your son with a power of attorney. That's the easiest way to do it. Just practical advice, not legal advice. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Who worked on this Ghent car deal? Anybody?
Howard was the guy that was in yesterday.
Who? Deputy Money?
Marty.
Is Marty up to talk about it? Marty is here. Deputy Smarty Pants.
Yeah, Howard was the guy that was in yesterday, Tom.
This is
Howard.
The guy.
I get it
twice.
Yeah.
Right.
Now here's the problem. I think it's too late, Deputy Smarty Pants. I'll let you talk, but I think it's too late to help him in the bad deal. What we can at least do is find out why they didn't pay off the trade. To make a long story short, very long story, in the first car deal, he was totally screwed. Totally. Overpaid, got screwed, but it doesn't matter because when the car broke down, rather than get it fixed under the warranty he bought, which was very expensive, he decided to trade it in. They then took that car and gave him nothing for it and then worked up another deal. He is literally into the new truck for $100,000 because he got so screwed, and it's not a new one, it's used. Ghent Motors are a bunch of scumbag, waste of skin, dirt bags, in my opinion. We've had plenty of complaints over the years, but here's the deal. He walked right into it and signed every piece of paperwork there is, and everything looks to be legal except one thing. He did trade in a truck they promised to pay off, and that would at least bring his basis down $30,000. Go ahead, Smarty.
Okay.
And Howard's on the line.
Good. Yes. Let him tell the story because, Tom, I had no hope in this.
Howard, what happened?
Hope in this.
Howard, what happened?
Good morning, Tom. How are you guys doing
Did
today?
they pay off? Are they going to pay off your trade?
It looks like they are. He's even going to make the first payment on it so they don't ding my credit. Once he found out y'all were involved, changed their tune about face, and it was all about pleasing the client. And he says, I don't know how this happened. He says, I'm going to make this right. They're going to deliver me a new 2022 Chevy Silverado.
Wait.
Apple Red.
What, are you kidding me? Hold on. Hold on.
Entered into a new contract.
Wait, hold on, Howard. If that happens, I will praise them.
Right.
You're telling me that not only are they going to pay off that trade they promised to pay off, they're going to get you a 2022. What I need to know is this: are you going to go more into debt?
No, my payments are going to stay about the same.
Oh, not the payments, Howard. Not the payment.
Big number.
Are you going to incur more debt?
No, not that I'm aware of. He said he's undoing the Sierra deal.
Okay.
We're hitting the reset button.
Okay, hold on.
But you're already making payments on that to a credit union.
But they're gonna absorb it, they said, and they're gonna. Here's the thing.
They're bending them over.
I want to see the new deal. Just Howard, have them do this. Say, listen, we really. I don't want to kick these guys if they're trying to give them a gift horse here. What I want to do is this: you tell them we appreciate you trying to make this right. All I ask is that you let me review the paperwork. And then it's a go on the 2022. And
absolutely.
Okay? Because, man, alive, I'd hate to see you go back a third time and get spanked. That's all.
Me too.
I mean, so hold on, Howard. Smarty Marty, what was your impression of this whole deal? You dealt with them.
Well, I never got a response from any of them. They ignored me, and I pulled a Hail Mary, as you read. I just wrote a final email saying, I hate to be ignored, and I'm just going to report back to Martino and let him handle it.
Listen, here's the deal. If Ghent truly does come true, no, really, if they come through, I'll be fair on this, that would be great. That would be great.
So they took back an old broken truck that they sold him he only had for 2 or 3 weeks. Then they sold him this other one. By the way, he is still paid for multiple warranties.
No, I get it, Mark. I get it.
But hold on. Here's what here's where my brain goes. Now, all of a sudden, they're going to undo both those deals and give him a brand new truck. Yeah. Okay.
Let's see.
Hold on. Let me hold my breath.
So, if he's into that new truck, if they pay off that trade, the way I did the calculations, if they paid off that trade, Mark, he would be into the brand new truck. If they undid the deal plus paid off the trade and give him a new truck, he would be into the new truck for $54,000 if he keeps the same payment. So
I think it was $70,000.
No, I think when we did the math, that was $70,000 without the payoff.
No, but he put down $20,000 in cash, if I recall. So you got $20,000 in cash and $50,000 in loans.
He put down 10, then he had 1,700 in trade.
Ask him real quick.
Whatever. It was, he doesn't even know. You want to know the truth, Mark? He doesn't know.
You're right.
But I have meticulous notes on this one. No, seriously. Listen, what I think is we have to wait and see what they come up with. Let's just do that rather than bore people with numbers. But here's the bottom line. He was seriously buried in the second truck, and they hadn't even paid off the first one. And that would have made it $100,000. If they paid off the first, he would have been into the new truck for $70,000. You're right. And then on $70,000, if he got a brand new truck with no more money in it, then he's into that new truck with his down payment and everything for $70,000.
Yeah, that would be right.
If that truck is worth $70,000, that's why I want to see all the paperwork. Okay, more coming up.
Holy moly! Feel free to chime in on.
You know this guy's getting
Feel free to chime in on financial stuff, Joe. You're smart.
There is no way this guy's not getting screwed again. There's no way.
Let's look at it, though, because would they be that stupid to do that? Would they? After we're on it?
You know, how many times, Mark, it's happened to me, I'm sure, where you call up somebody, they don't get back to you, but then they take care of the problem because they know they're going to get publicity.
Yeah, but this is Ghent.
But in general, don't you find that happens a lot?
Yeah, but this is Ghent.
What he's saying is that there are some that can't help themselves. I swear to God.
They live for that high five in the back room.
They can't. That's right. It's hard to believe.
I just sold a 80-year-old lady under coverage care for a month for $800.
Food storage in your home beats government food lines hands down. Go to mypatriotsupply.com today and prepare for what's coming. mypatriotsupply.com.
God, I couldn't. Let's talk about core
scans. A woman wrote to me and said, how will my doctor know it's legit? What will I do? You know, and I said this, nothing I tell you will convince your doctor core scans is legit because it's just ultrasound imagery. If your doctor doesn't get that, he's stupid. Now, the other thing, the real thing are the results. Soft plaque is the issue. Some docs say if the EKG and other tests show normal cardiovascular system, why worry about soft plaque? That's like saying my engine is currently running fine, but the timing belt's going to break soon and cause catastrophic failure. The engine will die. But right up to that moment, it's running perfectly. Yeah. You see, we're not talking about your current health. We're talking about your future health based on soft plaque. If you took a car into a mechanic before the timing belt broke, all they would see is a car running normally. When your doctor says, let's do an EKG or let's just see how you're doing, that's not going to necessarily tell you if you're going to have a heart attack. How many times have people had strokes and heart attacks right after a physical? I'm telling you, core scans goes deeper. Soft plaque, $189. And then the treatments, if you need them from a qualified doctor, covered by insurance. Corescans.com, 720-740-2663. Just $189 could save your life. Now let's talk about Rocky Mountain IV, another medical procedure I had done. I had the core scans, and yes, Rocky Mountain, when are they coming, Suze? Rocky Mountain IV medics, are they coming? Tomorrow. I get my monthly IV infusion. What I get is I get the Myers cocktail vitamins. You can get it for dehydration, migraines, any kind of deficiency. They help with the flu and when you're feeling sick. It's the #1 therapy given for almost everything. Rocky Mountain IV medics will come to you for no more than it would cost you to go to an IV bar. So how about this? You can call or text this number for same hour appointments, 720-987-2155. 720-987-2155, RockyMountainIVMedics.com. I know Joan Sullivan. How long have I known her? 30 years maybe? Joan Sullivan runs Approval Reverse Mortgage. Reverse loans, 62 and older with equity, they can really work for you if you're older and want to live off your equity without paying tax on it. Now, here's the deal. You will almost never be upside down in your house, ever. And even if you were upside down, they never charge you for that. It's a guaranteed loan. You'll never owe more than the house. But 98% of the time, the house far out appreciates the loan. ApprovalReverse.com. We love these people. Approval Reverse, 303-771-3528.
Affected by the wildfire.
Ready? Kobe beef burgers. Honey buffalo chicken, sausage of the day, sea salt fries, garlic fries, cheese fries, sushi or nigiri, I don't know what that is. Nigiri. Jumbo poached shrimp and antipasto, and from the Carvery, blackened ribeye steak. Now, what do you think that menu's for?
A vegetarian get-together.
No. Oh. That's for my Metallica concert.
Wow.
That is what it's all included.
Wow.
I can't believe that's a Metallica menu.
That sounds pretty good.
And that doesn't even include the stadium favorites like the Raiders dog and the fried roast vegan hot dog, Doc, or the Bavarian pretzel.
Hey, if I knew that was the menu, I would have bought the ticket from you, Mark.
I'm telling you.
It's unbelievable.
Mark.
Yes.
Why did they charge an extra $188 to clean the other part?
I don't know. I sent that to George. Good. Remember we had that before. He said there's one furnace that has 2 heat exchangers, and I said, well, do you want us to start putting a disclaimer on the ad so this doesn't happen. And he's like, no, we run across them so little that we'll just eat it when it happens. So I assume that's the same deal. Did you know some of these have 2 heat exchangers? Hey, I wonder why. Why would they do that? A secondary just to do the job better? Or is it a 2? I wonder if it's a 2-stage furnace, like a 90-something efficiency. Well, because one heat exchanger would be on a lower setting, a smaller one?
No, that doesn't make sense to me. I mean,
we should ask why. Why is there some with 2 heat exchangers?
Has anybody here heard of Dutch Brothers Coffee?
My daughter works there.
Oh,
absolutely loves it.
They were talking about that last night. Everybody at the poker game said it was the best coffee they've ever tasted.
It is way bigger lines in Castle Rock than any of the Starbucks.
There's some at Barker, too.
Yeah, there's a few of them coming up. We even got some over in Denver now.
Real Jobs, day she turned 16. Walmart, she worked for Walmart for a year.
Oh, yeah, very good.
And then,
wow. Did you insist that they get jobs?
If she wanted a car, she had to. She had no choice. Check this out, though, Doc. They went public. So she got a big settlement in a car accident.
Yeah.
So I got her. She's not only got a Roth, but I also got her just a cash account so she can buy a house.
Right.
So she goes, hey, Dutch Brothers is going public. And this was probably about 7-8 months ago. She goes, I want to buy as much free cash as I have with that. Fucking thing's up 35%.
Wow.
I didn't buy any for myself.
What did she buy?
Dutch Brothers. When they went public.
Go.
Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com, free market valuations of your home for the asking. Now, you don't have to list, but if you decide to list, you'll never find anyone better. But here's what he does. He will tell you what the house will sell for based on his 27 years of experience. 303-920-1622. Now, let's talk. We got a comment on this title. Oh, no, we don't. He hung up. I wonder what he was going to tell us about the car title. Helen has a Lowe's issue. What's going on, Helen?
Hello?
Yes, Helen. What's happening?
Listen, I ordered a stove from Lowe's back in December.
Yeah.
My daughter and I were on the phone together.
And what did you order again, hon?
A range.
Okay, got it.
And we were waiting for it, and they kept telling us they were coming, and we spent half a day waiting for them. Then they finally called and said, well, we tried to deliver and nobody was home. Well, we were sitting right there.
Okay, so now what? So we'll let them do it again.
Oh, no, I don't want that business if they can't.
Okay. They're pretty good at refunds. Did you just tell them to cancel it?
I did.
All right.
They wouldn't refund the whole thing.
How much did they charge you?
$165.82.
Why? Did they call it restock?
They didn't call it anything. They won't answer my calls or return my calls.
This doesn't sound like Lowe's that they would charge for a refund. It doesn't. Especially, are they saying that's because you weren't there when they tried to deliver?
Well, we were here. They tried to deliver to the wrong house, but they will not return my money.
All right, okay, Deputy Doc, you can handle this. Yeah. Deputy Doc, speaking of, we're going to get this for you, because Deputy Doc, tell him about some extraordinary results. You had one that just kills me. Go ahead. Or do you want to get the consumer? Did you want to get the consumer on first?
No, he's okay, this was Joe Leo, who had a problem with Amerigas about a delivery that he says never.
Now this is amazing, this problem, because how do you go ahead and take care of this? This poor guy was lost in all kinds of bureaucracy. Now he says Amerigas. Okay, you're right. He said Amerigas. What they did is they claimed to have delivered 500 gallons or whatever, and he's saying, wait a minute, you couldn't do that. It was too small. My tank was too filled up for that. And then they came back and did it again. I mean, it was just screwed up. So to make a long story short, he feels he was overcharged for like 350 gallons or something. What happened?
Well, I got in touch with them, and they finally got an email from Joe the other day saying that the problem was resolved. They corrected the billing,
And they took away all the late charges.
That's amazing. That's good.
So he's done.
I mean, that's amazing, really, to get through to them and to make them change that billing, because usually they're pretty staunch. They say, sorry, we delivered it, you owe it.
And they also took away all the late fees. So he's got a clean bill of health, and AmeriGas came through after we called them.
Wow. You know what? That's the sign of a good company, is someone who takes care of stuff. Seriously. I mean, obviously, if they have problem after problem after problem and play the odds, figuring, hey, we'll just play the odds, and then if they catch us, we'll give the money back. But I don't think that's the case. And I'm really happy to hear that.
It's just too bad our dinger's broken.
Well, our dinger is unloaded. They deleted my dinger off the new computer, so I got to reinstall it. And people used to go to Trinidad for that, but I can do that right here, right now. And by the way, not deputy. Well, yeah, it could be Deputy Joe Chiano. Joe is here. Joe, become the banker. To make a long story short, how do I put this? It's just, in my opinion, it has almost the same benefits as a qualified plan, except you can't deduct the money you put in it.
That is right, Dom.
But
absolutely right.
But all of the earnings are tax-free.
Yes.
And it's guaranteed 4% plus 1%. The 1% is a dividend, but the 4% is guaranteed, right?
That is right, and it's tax-free.
Okay, now, it's tax-free because of the way you do it. It grows tax-free no matter what.
That's right.
But the way you take the money out makes it tax-free forever. They never pay tax.
That is right.
And there is no wink, wink, or shady deal. This is all legit. We'll talk about it.
It's been around 200 years.
All right, we'll talk about that coming up and more. If you have any questions, not just on Become the Baker, on any investment, now's the time a lot of people are sketch about investments. I also want to talk about annuities. Joe knows about those. It's buying income. So many seniors are deciding to do it. You know, it used to be annuities had a black eye. I want to find out why, Joe. Why did they have a black eye? And then I want to talk about why some of them are better now.
This is Denver's Talk Station.
Guess who's coming on? Who? Guess who's coming on? Drew from New Jersey called in. He was never going to call in again. Are you going to insult him?
No, I'll let you do it.
Tom, I walked into a tailgate fell on me the other day.
You walked right into it.
How do I sue him?
Wait,
how did a tailgate fall on you?
Now that's his imitation. Here's mine. You know that I went to the Giants game and wait, no, that's not good. What has he do? He has I sued.
Tom, you helped me 40 years ago in New Jersey.
Yours is better. You helped, yeah, it's better. I can't get that twine.
The tailgate's still my favorite though because
he sued the
tailgate fell on me.
He sued the Giants one time. He sues everybody. I'm going to tell you about two revolutionary legal things. First, O'Brien Legal Services. What's revolutionary about a real estate attorney? Because Brad O'Brien and his team are real estate attorneys.
And here's the problem. Back east, everyone uses a real estate attorney to review documents. Here, no one uses them, and they should, because they could avoid a whole bunch of problems. O'Brien Legal Services, OLSlaw.com. O'Brien Legal Services. Deputy Doc uses them to go, he's just having a closing, and he wants them going over docs. Here's the thing. If you're an unmarried couple buying homes, you need an agreement, a seller financing review, contract reviews, buying and selling docs, loan docs, commercial and residential. Get them for all your legal stuff, OLSlaw.com, flat rate pricing, upfront, 720-370-7388. That's OLSlaw.com. Hey, here's the other real estate thing that's revolutionary. A 30-year line of credit on your home as a mortgage. Not a regular mortgage, a 30-year line of credit. So if you have a first right now, it'll pay off that first. And then it immediately reverts to simple interest. What does that mean? That means you can pay interest only if you want for a low payment. Or you can pay whatever part of the principal you want. And if you need the money back, you can borrow it back. If you have more equity, you can borrow more. It's liquid. TheLiquidLoan.com. I love it. Kurt Rogers does it at Affordable Interest Mortgage, theliquidloan.com. And here's what else. If you have money in the bank, what happens is they count that as if you're paying off your mortgage for that amount for however long you have it in the bank, and they charge you less interest. It's the best loan you'll ever have, and you pay it off faster, even if you just keep it and make regular payments, than a regular loan. You got to check it out. Affordable interest. That's 720-895-0500, theliquidloan.com, 720-895-0500.
Do roller coaster stock market...
Is it always stupid? I want to know this, if it's always stupid. I have a couple paid off homes. To take out a liquid loan and invest it, would that be stupid? You just have to make more than what you're paying. I'm always afraid of that.
Yeah. I don't know. Equity's dead money, Tom, right? You can't use it. It's dead money. So if you were to take that money out and put it to work,
yeah.
Even when real estate,
your home will
comes
appreciate
down
with
and
or
you
without
have that
equity.
line, buy more real estate.
It will.
Would you do it?
That makes sense because
I am
property,
getting
property does that.
Yeah. No, I'm asking you, would you,
with or
if your
without.
house was paid off, would you
Yeah,
borrow?
I would. Okay. I would.
Just making a stack.
That's right. You know, you're just creating another income stream, basically. Or you can actually maybe even use that equity to buy another property. And another one. And another one.
Shows this chain reaction.
Chain reaction. I'm telling you, I mean, you know, the stock market has been really crazy. Really, really crazy.
So, Joe,
over the last couple of
how about if you did it and put it in an annuity? That's almost a guaranteed return.
Well, that is a guaranteed return.
But then you can't pay it back.
And that's totally safe.
You can't pay it back. Right. But if you put it in the stock market, you pay it back.
Right. I mean,
if you have a stock, see.
Yeah, you know, the stock market is not guaranteed.
But okay, that's true. But I'm going to tell you, I have now a 3-year history of the minimum 29%, and it's been as high as 42, averaging like 38%.
Return in the market. Yeah. So that's only for 3 years, though, right?
The last 3 years.
Yeah. What has it been for the last 10?
Well, I mean, I don't know because I'm only employing. This is just my experience in the special fund I have, but I don't know. But according to, look, we've gone through a lot of fluctuations.
Sure.
I'm not, Mark, Joe, I'm not telling people to invest in the stock market. That's fucking crazy. They'll never get those returns.
Right.
No, never. But I'm saying this one technique and guide that I have is just working.
That's great.
Now, it's just working. But I would never make that recommendation to people.
Right. Right. Absolutely. So that's why when you're looking at the equity of a house, don't place it in the stock market. I'm good. You know, you want to make sure that the money is going to be safe. That you're not going to lose it. You're going to make it grow. Not in the stock market. You know, go into another real estate.
Well, become the banker if you're getting 4%. If I did back when I was getting 2.5%, if you could get 2.5% loan money and you're making 4% on this, that's a guaranteed
5%.
Well, no, but that's a guaranteed 3% you're making on your house equity every month.
That's
that
free.
would be guaranteed.
That's
but
free.
If you had to pay off that house for any reason, well, you sell it and pay it off, I guess.
Right. See, the house will appreciate with or without the equity, so it doesn't matter.
630 KM, an iHeartRadio station.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 713-825-51. One Clear Choice Garage Doors has to be one of the finest companies, 24/7 emergency service. What I really love about them, if you're looking for any part of a garage door or an opener or any, like the spring, whatever you need, you go on their website and all of their prices are there. Plus, they'll come out and do inspections if you're moving into a home for $80 and go through the entire garage door. OneClearChoiceDoors.com, OneClearChoiceDoors.com, 720-370-3987. All right, back to the phones. And Drew, let's talk to Drew about this. And then Helen with Lowe's What were we going to do with Lowe's? Deputy Doc, you're going to. All right. So Helen, we're going to call him for you and try to intercede and figure out why they're trying to keep $100 and something bucks from you. I think they're going to say we had to pay for delivery no matter what. You weren't there. You're saying they went to another house. Helen, I just need to ask quickly, how can you prove they went to the wrong house?
Well, I really can't.
Well, how do you know they went to the wrong house? How about that, dear?
Because they said, well, don't you have a driveway on both sides with a brown SUV in the driveway? I said, no.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Okay, hold on. Drew now. Drew, go ahead. What's happening, Drew? What's going on, sir? From New Jersey, a long-time listener. Hey, what's going on? I won't let Mark harass you. Go ahead, Drew.
Okay. I'm looking to leave my phone number with your station because I'm hoping to find a pro bono attorney in any state who would sue 3 New Jersey judges and 4 New Jersey clerks. I am being persecuted out here. Provably, we can prove it. This is political. I cannot get a fair trial in New Jersey.
All right, now, I have a bunch of questions, Drew. Now, I want to just explain something. You're always suing somebody, right? I mean, really. How many lawsuits have you initiated against people? How many total?
I've never initiated one. Like you and I, when you were on ABC, a certain stock market company stole my money. And together we fought.
That's right.
We won the case.
But
I don't initiate anything. I just respond.
Didn't you sue the Giants?
No, I don't even go to the Giant games.
Okay, then I got you confused. I say that every time. Didn't you sue? Come on. Drew, I know that I've heard you wanting to sue people before. Are you telling me you've never initiated a lawsuit ever?
Tom, if somebody steals something from you, or does, like I'm going to explain to you right now, I'm just responding to massive corruption going on in New Jersey.
I want, honest to God, I want to help you, but I'm just trying to ask you. I'm asking you a question. How many lawsuits have you been involved in the last 10 years?
Probably about 4 of them.
Oh, okay. Now, what's this lawsuit all about? Why do you say you're being persecuted?
Well, first of all, the background, I prevailed against the governor and state senator who then threatened me.
Wait, how did you prevail against them? One step at a time. How did you prevail against them?
All I can say, Tom, is I prevailed against them significantly in a corruption case. The final agreement.
How did you prevail against them? Did you sue them? Did they get arrested? Did you find misconduct? What? Tell me what.
The final agreement is confidential. If I say that, they'll be on me.
Okay.
So all I can do is tell you.
Was it a result of a lawsuit?
Was it a result of a? I'm not supposed to say anything. All I can do is tell you that's the background to why I'm being threatened.
And what are you being threatened about? Tell me how are you being persecuted? Give me an example of persecution.
Okay, one law clerk wouldn't talk to me for 3.5 months. So I left a message on her voicemail.
Well, why? Hold on. How is that persecution, and who is this law clerk?
That's what I'm trying to explain to you, is that they're supposed to talk to you and advise you procedurally. She wouldn't talk to me.
So why is she supposed to? See, Drew, you think you're explaining it. You're saying there's a law clerk that would not advise you, and that's what they're supposed to do. I don't know of any law clerks that are supposed to do that. So who are you talking about? Are you talking about a lawyer that you hired?
No, they're supposed to advise you procedurally, not as far as...
Where? What law clerk? Where? At an office? At a government agency? Where?
Her name is Jenna Kenneth.
I'm asking you, Drew, please. You said a law clerk. What agency?
The United States, New Jersey Appellate Division.
Okay. Now, you said there is a clerk that won't talk to you at the Appellate Division, and she's supposed to advise you procedurally. I think you're wrong. I think that if you don't know the procedure, it's up to you to find it out, and I do not believe that their charge is to instruct people in procedural measures. That's why we have attorneys, and that's why they're trained to do it.
Well, they're supposed to advise us procedural. All I did was leave a prayer to let God decide the issue, and I'm banned from the court, from the phone, faxes, emails. All I did was leave a prayer. Now, then I reported perjury. I reported perjury and asked for a hearing. One of the witnesses is your friend.
What perjury? Was it, what lawsuit was this where there's perjury?
The law clerk lied to the judge and said I was available when I was not. She also said she phoned my home.
For what procedure, Drew? What procedure?
It was oral argument motion.
For what? For what lawsuit?
This was a litigation against the doctor.
Okay, so again, now we talked about politicians, now we're talking about a doctor. What were you suing the doctor for?
I was suing the doctor because I was trying to help the country. I have a certification from an owner of a company that you can no longer litigate for medical malpractice. It's true, it's going on all over the country. So I was trying to bring this to the Supreme Court and get it corrected.
Okay,
and
you were suing. Okay, hold on. So you were suing for malpractice.
Yeah, I was suing to benefit the whole country.
Okay, but hold on. You were suing, though, for your personal malpractice.
That was the case because you have to have...
I get it. What was the malpractice case, though? What was it? What did the doctor do, according to you?
Well, according to me, he stopped the blue light treatments that he had been doing for years because he stopped them. He said they were too expensive. But that was not the real... The real issue was we were trying to get a medical malpractice forum where people could go.
Who's we? We were trying
I always say we because I think of me and God.
Okay, so you were trying to get this to the Supreme Court.
Yes.
Okay. Drew, you are involved in a lot of lawsuits. You say you're not, but you are. You're always battling someone. Drew, that doesn't escape you, right? Can you just admit that you're always in a battle? You are.
No. This happened, and I have a...
Not long ago, didn't you walk into a tailgate of a van and you said it dropped on you? And you
didn't drop on me. The owner left the tailgate going up and down, and as I walked around the car, the tailgate struck me in the head.
Okay.
But you're missing the point.
But Drew,
did you find the case.
Did you find an attorney?
Yes, he's
God
doing
help
the case.
him. Okay. And
you shouldn't say things like that, Tom.
Well, Drew, come on. Drew, I'm half kidding, but here's the point. No, seriously, because I know you may sound crazy, but you're very intelligent, and I'm going to tell you something. You know damn well, Drew, your spirit is not at peace. You are always looking for offense, and you're always going after people.
That's not true, Tom.
Drew.
I am not always looking for anything. The owner of the car shouldn't have left the tailgate parked going up and down as you walked around the back of the car.
And then you went after politicians, and now you're going after malpractice. I
didn't go after politicians. 2 children were harmed. The politicians covered it up. We prevailed. The police department got disciplined by my report, by the mayor and city council. We were protecting children.
Okay,
but if
Drew,
you want to twist things around,
I'm not
Tom,
twisting.
I can twist around your life.
Drew, I'm not twisting around. Drew, I'm not twisting it. I am just saying what is apparent. You have called me so many times over the years, and you're always in a battle. That's all I'm saying. I got more coming up. Hold on.
Oh my God, up there. So Tom, is he suing a doctor, or is he suing the sale? You can't file malpractice.
You walk around the truck.
It's
Do you really fucking care?
No, I told you.
I mean, that's like trying to say, why are they moving baskets?
Look at the tailgate. It's right here.
No, I'm with you. He says it's going up and down.
Be careful, by the way.
Yeah,
be careful. Be careful about what you said if it went over the air, because he'll sue you. No, I'm not kidding you.
No,
I mean, and it'll be a
It's just his opinion.
Yeah, there's certain. Okay, but he didn't say. Okay, I don't want to get into it. There are certain things that I know from years of experience that when you say them, they're considered either hyperbole, humor, opinion, or fact.
It's tax season, which
But
might be savings
they always
season.
argue,
If you
you
open a
were
college
trying to stay
savings
back,
account,
you always
college
argued
invest.
it was just
Not only
hyperbole
would
or
you
it's
be
just
saving for college,
funny
you could earn a
or it's just
Colorado income
no one would
tax
take it
deduction
seriously.
for 2021.
But
Start saving
God
today at
almighty, some of the things I was accused of over the years.
New tax credits this
I don't
year.
think
Jack,
anybody's
you
been to court
understand, there's a
more.
lot of
No, I don't think anybody, I mean, in the radio business, because these guys are so afraid of court that
giving you $100
any
this
fucking
week. So that's
misstatement,
100.
I mean, they don't
We'll
make any
track down
mistakes.
every last tax credit so you get every dollar you deserve. That's 101. Finally, we guarantee you'll get your biggest refund. That's 102. Want to discover 103? Book an appointment at a participating location near you.
Offer ends March 6th. Available at participating retail locations for new clients only. Mention this ad when filing. Terms apply. Visit jacksonhewitt.com for details.
Here is a statement that is true. If you call for a restoration company, there's a good chance you're going to be ripped off. Why? Because the restoration company is filled with a bunch of people that are liars, cheaters, and ripoffs. They have discovered they can come into your home after fire, flood, mold, crime, unattended death, meth labs, asbestos, or any other kind of thing, and just start setting up their blower motors and spraying and charging oodles of money to your insurance and then ripping your face off. Yeah. So you need someone you can trust. It's that simple. American Restoration you can trust. Why? I know their track record. I've been with them, and I know Rock and his team. Turnkey solutions if you want to rebuild or not. They'll do as much or as little as you want. They'll work with you and your insurance company. They have all the EPA certifications. They're not carpet cleaners turned disaster restoration people or contractors looking for a way to hike up the price on your job. They are American Restoration. 8337-AMREST. 8337-AMREST or AMREST247.com. Hey, Joe Lazzara is a criminal defense attorney. If you're in trouble, don't shop for an attorney when you're under pressure. I've done the shopping for you. I've known Joe for more than 30 years, and I can tell you that he's honest, forthright, and will fight tenaciously for you, and he will do flat rate pricing with free initial consultations. It's that simple. Try not to get in trouble. Of course, that's easy to say, right? So many times people are falsely accused, but other times they're stupid. Whatever it is, a DUI, an assault charge, disturbing the peace, Joe Lazzara. 303-429-6200. 303-429-6200.
Joe O'Day, an outsider. Not a career politician. Joe O'Day, a conservative running for U.S. Senate. Joe was adopted and raised by a Denver police officer. He became a union carpenter and started a construction company as a young man.
Why does Drew say he's never in a lawsuit and he's always in a lawsuit when he calls his mark?
I think the guy has a hard time dealing with reality. I mean, he lives in his own world.
He talks to God every day.
Yep. Well, because God answers that. But
here's the thing, man. I'd like to have a direct line to the Creator. I love when people tell me that. Like, God told me this, God told me that.
So when people say,
so you're saying Mother Teresa didn't? What I'm saying is, the Bible itself says that God would talk to you after a certain time. I did.
You guys keep hearing me talk about this guy CBD, and I can only say that my experience using these products has just kept me.
Well, you can't prove that he didn't.
Hundreds of you that have tried it, you feel the same way.
I mean, I take
the way the Bible explains it.
Yeah.
Is that cause ever so spirits to experience God and consciousness. So we're not going to do it. And when we don't, the ones who do the real know are going to be crazy. That's what it says.
So all these people, even the evangelical preachers,
I distribute that.
I don't disagree.
I mean, you can't just prove it. With the February, you get free shipping on more information, go to bluesky-cbd.com. Blue Sky CBD.
Symptoms like gas and stomach pain for years.
Yeah,
you're right. Daily diarrhea. At first, I thought it was what I was eating.
I kept thinking it was stomach issues.
So I did my research.
But I'll never get into that because, oh my God, you want to talk about being attacked.
Is a condition where your pancreas is
I think I'm going to take some of those IVs that you're taking.
It can lead to symptoms like
they good?
diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, unexplained weight loss,
I'm
and
right.
many stools.
And EPI symptoms can be confused with those of other common digestive conditions, like irritable bowel syndrome, Crohn's, and celiac disease.
It's an amazing
So getting to the
problem.
right
I'm going to tell you
diagnosis
something.
meant being more open with my doctor about
When
the
you're
severity
here,
of
the
my symptoms
phone lines
and
fill
how
up with
often
other
they're
shit.
happening.
When you're not here, I have all the time in the world to
EPI
talk.
is manageable. So don't wait.
Did you notice that, Talib?
Use the symptom checker at
Yeah, that
identifyepi.com.
certain days we just can't break to talk about it. Yes, because everybody's in, because it just goes wild.
No, I got to get going. All right, listen. I'm
going to go back to Drew later in a minute. I got to take this Sean thing because what I'm reading here sounds weird, Sean. What's going on, Sean? What I'm reading on the call screener, I'm wondering if Sue's got that wrong. It says Planned Parenthood.
Pethood.
Pethood. Oh, okay. Okay. Sorry. Hold on. Okay. Then that's on me. Planned Pethood is holding your pet hostage. What is that? What is Planned Pethood? Is that like a spay and neuter clinic?
Well, Tom, it's kind of hard. Brandy and I have 2 service dogs.
Okay.
And one of them took sick last week. She had an obstruction that needed to be removed.
One of your service dogs, okay.
Right. We went to several vets, and being on a low income, my disability, all I get it each month.
What's wrong? What's wrong with the service dog, by the way?
What was that, Tom?
What's wrong with the service dog?
She had an obstruction. She picked up a piece of metal out of the snow.
Okay, what is she? What kind of dog is she?
She is a pit lab mix.
What service does she provide?
She is an emotional support dog for my fiance.
Okay. So it's different than I don't care, but it's not actually a service dog. It's an emotional support animal. There's differences. I don't care. I'm just curious.
Maybe either or. So
well, if she's certified, no, she can't. Here's why. Here's why I'm asking, just so you can know. If it was a legit service dog, and these people are holding it hostage for payment, we can get that dog back under the Americans for Disabilities Act. We can't do that for an emotional support animal.
Okay.
So I don't care. I mean, I'll help you no matter what. But tell me what's going on. So you got this emotional support animal. It was sick. You took it to Planned Pethood. And is that like a vet office?
Yes, it is.
Okay. And what happened? And what happened?
Family. All right. We dropped the dog off, did the paperwork. They wanted all the information about the dog, name, sex, all that.
Of course they do.
My fiance. Yeah, so my fiance filled the paperwork out. Well, about 20 minutes later, a tech came and said, okay, we're going to take your dog in the back and we're going to do some x-rays and we're going to try to find out what's going on. Well, I told them, I said, I only have like $150. That's all the cash I had.
All right.
And he's like, well, I don't know if we can make it that, but we'll try. I'm like, okay, so.
Well, that's not a. Okay, hold on. When you let the dog back there, telling him you only have $150, unless that was in writing, there's no contract there. I fear they ran up a bill. How much?
$1,500.
All right, you hold on. Okay, let's talk about this coming up. They ran up a $1,500 bill, and of course you said no, you don't have it. And they're saying you can't get your dog back. Hold on.
Your insurance company hired an adjuster. Shouldn't you, as the oldest, largest, and most protected public adjusting firm, Adjusters International stands ready to work with you as your partner in recovery. Our team of private adjusters.
You know, you're not getting out of a vet's office for under $500 ever.
No, there's no way. Ours is really good.
Really, Mark? Yeah, under $500 ever. Always. For what?
We just had both dogs up for a full round of shots in their yearly look. It was $240. And they each had 3-year rabies.
What? That's all, both dogs are east.
Both dogs.
That's 120.
They're far away though, man. They're out in Elizabeth.
Yeah, but that's good.
That is true. That is really good. Yeah, we take ours to the Deer Creek Animal Hospital.
They're expensive.
They are. You know, they're good.
There's no one
They're
more
good.
expensive than Santa Fe. Those specialists.
Oh, the VCA.
Oh,
yeah.
KHOW Denver.
There's a lot. The animal hospitals are generally the most expensive.
Yeah, they're 24/7.
Yeah, okay. The emergency clinics.
Right. Yeah, but I mean, it's all combined.
That one guy, that one place in Parker, they used to like take a second on your house. It was like terrible.
I traded out with him for years. I had no vet bills for years with, I forget the doctor's name.
Was it an emergency room?
Yeah, it's right at my computer store in Parker is right in front of there. I traded out.
Where was your computer store?
Cottonwood next to King Supers.
All right.
Doors down.
Yeah,
I remember the store.
the vet was literally next to me.
No, I remember.
But then he opened a huge hospital right there in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Ginormous. They're 24/7. But I traded out with him for years, man. We didn't have any vet bills. Then I traded out, when I bought the Goodyears, I traded out with the vet next to my Montbello store.
What kind of dogs do you have?
Before that got taken
What
down.
kind of dogs?
I have 2 beagles and Chihuahua.
You got
Chihuahua. Beagles and Chihuahua. It must be noisy around there.
We just put our beagle down.
Beagles love fucking barking.
I love beagles.
Our beagle lasted, Cosmo lasted 16 years, man.
Well, we had actually 2 that passed away, and it cost me $10,000 to try to save them.
Oh, 10 grand.
It wasn't
A lot of dough, bro.
overwhelming majority of San Francisco voters
that's
choose to recall
We had one that was 6,500, but she lived another 3 years. She got ran over by a car.
Oh, yeah. So wait, that's not.
That's her, yeah. Now, so 3 years later, she ended up dying from it. But homeowners, the person that ran over, their homeowners paid for it years later, though. I kissed it goodbye. I already paid the vet. I just got this check in the mail like 2 years later.
So that's a blessing. Did Wendy put in that claim through?
Yeah, the dad did. So here's what's even weirder. We had a house sitter, ran over our dog in our driveway with our car. She was backing our car out to pull hers in because we were going to be gone for a week.
Right.
So she pulls out, runs over the dog, runs it up to the vet, $6,500 surgery. But her parents, homeowners insurance, paid for it. Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. My head still goes.
The customer service rep on the phone says he has a zero balance. Then they come back and say you didn't have a zero balance. And he wants to hang his hat on that the customer service folks told him it was zero.
Yeah, but there's sometimes.
He's going to hang his hat all the way to the credit score of 510.
Then he needed to just get the statements and look, either he owes it or not. After that, he was pissed. He and I went round and round on emails. But now he is back for his follow-up. All right, on that one. And the Planned Parenthood one is good. They took the pet. This service dog was having babies at Planned Parenthood, gave birth, all the puppies died. I don't mean good as in like ha.
He never mentioned it was.
Yeah, he hasn't got to that yet. Let's say so the pup had babies or puppies. I don't think the puppies made it. Anyway, it's a crazy story. It was all on voicemail.
They made it a service. They call it a service dog.
Not if it's having babies, right?
They didn't make it or they got sold. Which one did they do?
They died. They died.
They died?
They died.
So they died?
The puppies died.
Have all the puppies.
It's pretty bizarre.
That is real bizarre.
Yeah. For the dog that I won't give you back. Because you owe me $1,500, $1,800, but I have puppies.
How come women want C-sections sometimes?
To maintain continuity.
Is that, can you tell your doctor now or your insurance company that's how I want to do it? I don't think you can.
I didn't only do it for emergencies.
Yeah. Or if you got the dough to get it.
To maintain continuity.
Has anyone put together that? Has anyone put
Lincoln, and I'm so he definitely did. Definitely did. I said, "They're an extra."
Yeah, and an extra. You're talking daddy stitches. What are we talking about?
That's why there's Indeed, the hiring platform.
2+1. You remember Cyber Dave?
Yeah.
So we went to this wedding of one of our employees way back then with Mountain Peak. He gets married. We're at the wedding.
Funny wedding, who got married?
I don't remember. I think his name was Kevin.
Okay, yeah, it was Kevin from Mount Peak on
Parker.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're at this, and Cyber Dave's there, and his wife's there. Kevin and his new wife come up to him, to Cyber Dave. Cyber Dave looks like just an employee of mine. I don't even remember his last name. Older guy. But Cyber Dave looks like a Hell's Angel, man. Black leather jacket, beard down to here.
Off to the wall.
Fat as fuck. Actually, he's not anymore, but it's how he looks.
He works for the city up in.
He works for the mayor's office, governor's office.
Yeah, right software.
Yeah. So this is the most incredible thing. They just get married. We're at the kind of reception at their house, middle of nowhere, some neighborhood in Oregon. The husband and the new wife want Cyber Dave to spend the night. And sleep with them.
Oh, come on.
Cyber Dave's wife, Deb, picks up on this conversation, and she's throwing a fit. Now, Cyber Dave would never do this. That just ain't him.
And you saw how he looked.
That's the part that's mind-blowing.
Amazing. What, 300 pounds of hair?
And the fact they just got married. Hey, we just got married. Can you spend the night?
Oh, my God. Weird. Oh, dude, weird people.
There are some weird
people. The world we live in. This is the world.
He voted for Biden. He voted for Biden. Talk about weird.
He lies on me all the time. He lies on me regularly. No, I did not vote for Trump, but I did not vote for Biden.
Welcome to the show. This hour brought to you by
waterpros.net for the best computerized low-maintenance water systems for the lowest prices anywhere. WaterPros, fresh drinking water for under $1,000 fully installed, or a whole house softener for better laundry, better skin, better pipes, better plumbing, all under $2,000 fully installed. What a great guy. Paul the Waterman. It's waterpros.net, 303-862-5554. Joe Chiano's with us. We'll be talking about Become the Banker, and we have some other things. Now, I want to go to Sean, and basically, Sean said he took, let's just get right to it. He took a pet to an animal hospital, Planned Pethood. Ran up a $1,500 bill. He claims he told them, I only have $150. Well, Sean, the bottom line is this. You left the pet in their care. I don't know what was said or why they would go and run up a $1,500 bill unless it was an emergency and they thought they had to. I don't know what's going on. But right now, here's what I have to ask you. And then I'll get the stinking details. But right now, are they trying to collect on $1,500 or are they willing to make a settlement?
They want the $1,500. They're not budging. They're not making a payment plan for me. Nothing.
Right. I was told that Planned Pethood. I got a text on this that they're good people and help people out, but I'm just saying it was a text.
What's
I didn't
up with
look
the
it up
dead
yet.
Dogs? What's up with the dead pug?
No. Yeah, get to the story now. Did your dog, by the way, get? Did your dog
Sally,
get?
Our dog was pregnant.
Okay, you didn't. I would have led with that, but go ahead.
Yeah, we lost all the puppies because they gave us on Friday. They gave us an hour after the surgery, this emergency surgery. They said
what was the emergency surgery for?
From what the vet said, it was a life or death situation, and we could have lost the dog and the puppies if they didn't remove this little piece of metal.
Now, Sean, I want to ask you something quickly here. You said you told them you only had $150. So they came out and said they had to get your authorization for surgery, and you thought they were going to do that for the $150.
No, I was under the influence that they would make us a payment plan.
Oh, okay. All right. So you thought, you thought, wow, this is way more serious, but, hun, they'll probably work with us, right?
What? That's what
I get it. I get it. And by the way, I get that. That's realistic. I thought you were going to say, well, they knew I only had 150. But you were going to, okay, so then they did this life or death surgery. Did they save your dog's life?
They saved hers, but we lost the 5 puppies she was pregnant with.
Well, they were going to terminate.
Okay.
So,
but Sean, I mean, maybe they didn't have a choice about the puppies at this point.
Well, the vet, when she called Brandy, she said she was going to either lose Sally or lose the puppies or lose both.
Well, I get it. And why would they lie to you about that? I mean, do you think they lied to you about that?
No, I understand that.
Okay.
I mean, your surgery.
But and you lost 5 puppies, and that's a terrible thing. Puppies are wonderful, but they're not like special breed puppies or puppies that had any great value. And I'm sorry to have to put it that way. I don't mean value like they're not wonderful and they're not priceless. I'm talking about the actual damages. So what I need to know is this: what can we do for you, Sean? Is this where you want us to try to negotiate something with them so you can make a payment plan?
If you could get them to do me a payment plan, that would be great. That's what I'm trying to get to.
I get it, because you're both disabled, right?
Yes.
What's the nature of your disabilities? Is it emotional stuff from the war or what?
Mine is bipolar.
Okay. All right.
Schizophrenia and PTSD from being in prison.
Okay. And your wife has a disability. You guys get disability from the government?
I do. She hasn't applied yet. She's in the process of going through a therapy and a therapist.
Okay. So these dogs really help you out?
Yes.
That's super. That's good. That's good. Okay, Sean, let's see if we can negotiate something for you. I don't think that's an unreasonable request. For goodness sakes.
I'm going to call over there, but are you leaving anything out, man? I don't want to call over there and go, last time we put him on a payment plan, he never paid us.
Yeah, how long ago was all this done, by the way, Sean?
This started last Tuesday.
All right, let's just have Mark call. Listen, I don't think it's unreasonable, Sean. You sound reasonable. Okay, we think you should do that. We think you should get a payment plan. It's up to them, but why not? I mean, by the time they sue you and try to collect, I mean, it's going to be stupid.
Does he have the dog?
Oh, hold on. I
don't think he does.
Wait, Sean. Are they keeping your dog until you pay?
Yes, sir.
Did they use the words? Did they use the words "you have to pay to get your dog"?
Yes, because if we don't pay, they're going to adopt her out.
Now that
we have to relinquish our dog.
See, let me just call, man. My spidey senses are going on.
Okay, hold on, Sean. Hold on. Carolyn, what's going on with is the name of the company Interstate Movers, or is it an interstate move? What's going on, Carolyn?
I just moved from Nebraska to Fort Collins, Colorado. I hired a company out of Florida, Trinity Movers.
Yeah, by the way, all you had to say is Florida, and you got ripped off. Because there are no legit, I hate to say this, 99% of the movers in Florida are rip-offs. They're not movers, they're brokers. They take money from you, and then when the guys come to pick it up, they either try to collect more money then, or they take it and put it in storage and then try to collect more money at the other end, more than you ever thought you'd have to pay, or something like that. What's going on with you?
Exactly. Everything that you just said has happened to
me. And if anyone would read my posts on Nextdoor or listen to this show, they would never be caught by this. The first thing, never use a Florida mover, never use a broker, ever. That's the first thing, ever. I don't care where the broker's from, but especially South Florida or Florida in general. Now, where is your stuff right now?
I believe it's on a truck because they told me that it would be delivered this morning. But I also got an email saying that I needed to pay in cash
How
or
much?
a money order.
How much?
About $3,000 more.
Then they quote it. And what is the reason for the more money? I'll tell you what the real reason is. The broker takes the money up front. And then everyone else they sell that contract to gets to charge what they want. They don't. It's a crapshoot. Why did you? What made you choose this mover? What did it? You went to the internet and did some searching, right?
I did. I did. And I talked to a man named Pete at Trinity, and he told me that not to trust any other movers, especially if they make a better rate for me. And
what was the total?
So my initial total was a little over $8,000.
That was the initial estimate.
So now it's going to be 11. And just for a quick side note.
Wait just a sec. Was your initial estimate the $8,000?
Yes.
Okay, so what do they want exactly now? To you paid the $8,000 already or not?
So I paid half.
Okay, so you paid $4,000. That went right. That went right to the broker, and the other guys now are supposed to get paid the other half, but they want $4,000 plus another $3,000.
Yes.
Okay.
And how much is this stuff worth?
Not a lot. I have.
I know it never is.
Things.
Why didn't you just
bedroom furniture?
For $8,000, could you have bought everything? I'm not talking personal items, but for $8,000,
seriously,
could you be the new sofa, the new end table?
Yes, I could probably.
Why? And Carolyn, we're asking this because we're trying to teach people and help them. Why would you decide to move stuff if you could buy new stuff?
I have sentimental furniture that my grandfather made for me that I wanted to keep.
Okay. How much was that of the move? How much of it? Like, was it half of it? A quarter of it?
No. No. It was just a cedar chest that I had.
You could have shipped that.
I could have shipped that.
Yeah. Okay, here's the bottom line. It's too late now.
Really good luck on these.
Now, Deputy Smarty Pants, we call him. He's our one of our deputies. He is really good at negotiating with these guys, but I mean, actually, he's had success with each one so far. I don't know how he's done it. I, honest to God, don't know how he's done it because those people don't usually care. I think he kind of gives the impression the way he talks, hey, I'm right here in Florida. I can come by and see you. That people get, well, who is this guy? Is he a whatever? What is he, you know? I mean, seriously.
Deputy Vinny.
I don't know. So let's talk about that. Let's get him to call them. But, Carol, you don't even have to tell us the rest of the story. It's the same old stuff. We've heard it a million times. They want more money, and they said it's because you had more stuff than they thought, right?
Well, they were supposed to deliver my piano for me. I have a baby grand piano.
Did you agree to pay the extra $3,000?
I did.
Oh, and they didn't show up.
Let's back up. So he said he was going to be here this morning. The driver was going to be here with my furniture and then called me last night and said that he couldn't deliver because of the storm that we're supposed to be getting. And I told him the storm is going to be later this afternoon. You could still deliver it. So, but he says, but his boss is no. I got an email last night that I needed to have $3,000 this morning for my delivery.
Not 3. You meant the balance of 4 plus another 3, right?
Right.
So 7,000.
I'm paying a total of $11,000.
I get it. You already paid 4. Okay, now do the math. If you already paid 4, you got 7 due. That makes 11.
I paid $5,000 to Trinity. I paid $6,500.
Well, you didn't tell us that. You said you paid half of $8,000. I'm sorry. I'm only going by what you told me. So, how much have you paid so far?
Okay.
I don't care who you paid it. I don't care who you paid it to. How much have you paid so far?
Okay. 65 plus 53.
Plus $53 or $5,300?
$5,300. So
wait. What? You already paid $11,500 already, and they want another 3?
Yes, sir.
So your whole move's going to cost you like $15,000?
That's what they're trying to get out of me.
You should let your stuff go, Carolyn. I'm sorry. I'm serious. Tell them to shove it. I would never do that. You're going to be money. It can't be that valuable to you. Carolyn, you got to make the practical. Do you realize okay, so you've already paid 11 grand. Now they want another. Oh my God, you are so ripped off. It's too late. Carolyn, it's too late. Here's the problem. Do you know why they kept? Because you agreed they kept adding and adding. And guess what? It's not going to be 3,000. It's going to be more. It's going to be more. If you have a baby grand, a piano, maybe it's worth it to you. You have to decide on your own if it's worth it. But man, I am so sorry. And I just want everyone to hear this, because I had idiot morons on Nextdoor telling me, this never happens, Tom. How dare you? How dare you scare us? Don't scare us. Don't look up. We don't want to be scared on Nextdoor. We just want our ears tickled. We just want to be patted on the back. Yeah, that's what they want. They want unicorns and rainbows, and they don't. And how dare people say this doesn't happen when almost every week we have people like Carolyn Mark. Oh, it's way worse than we thought. She's already paid 15 grand already,
and they want another 3.
Yeah, no. She's already paid like 12 or something. They want another. It's going to be 15 grand by the time she's done. 15 grand. 15 grand.
She could have all brand new stuff.
Carolyn, I know you didn't call to hear this, but we're going to give it. If you're willing to pay the 3 grand, I feel like we're doing you a disservice.
No,
feeding
because here's what happened on one Marty just worked on. He got the truck to finally show up. They paid the extra cash because they had personal items, and half the stuff was gone. It was missing. You pay the extra 3 grand, anything of value's already been cherry-picked out of there.
Oh, God, Carolyn, I wish we would have talked to you, or you would have gotten the warning first. God. All right. Now, here's what we're going to do. We're going to have Deputy Smarty Pants at least look into it. 303. Do I owe you something now? From 15. Why didn't you flash me or something, Shannon? That always gets me. If you flashed me, I would have gotten a break. I'm way overtime, brother.
Don't you always take a break at 17
God almighty. I'm so over and behind, and lines are... This is such a fucking crazy day.
So what's going to happen to that lady, Tom, you think?
She's going to get screwed.
I know, but the thing is, I mean, that's a lot of money. She's not going to get nothing.
And no one will do anything about it.
She's not going to get nothing. She's just wasted.
No one.
Basically,
that's right.
Basically,
that's right.
$12,000.
Hold on.
Basically, she's moved.
Hold on. Guys, I really have to do these.
Ready?
Yeah.
For details. Blake Harris Law is an estate planning attorney, a firm. Blake Harris is the lead attorney, and I'll tell you something. You need to have an estate plan or get it updated. Everyone needs one. Now, here's the deal. Blake Harris Law will answer all of your questions first. I love that. Then he gives you flat rate pricing for anything he does for you. Whether it be a simple will or a trust, you can do a payable on death certificate or maybe a transfer of a title of a car. You want to avoid probate? Maybe you're facing probate. Someone just died. 833-ASK-BLAKE. 833-ASK-BLAKE. You want more legal advice free? John Fuller. Fuller Law. Just like Blake, he'll answer your questions about personal injury. Now, John Fuller is a small firm by choice. Do you know when he takes you as a client, he takes you as a client? You're not given to some assistant here or there and everywhere. He talks to you. He keeps track of your case. He communicates and gives you his cell phone. Plus, before you even hire him, he will answer all of your questions free of charge. And by the way, there's no obligation to hire him. But if you do, no out-of-pocket. Even then, it's a contingency fee basis. 303-597-4500. 303-597-4500. The best loan I've ever heard of is the liquid loan. Bar none. If you took the liquid loan, which is a 30-year line of credit, with simple interest, and you wanted to make a level payment like a regular loan, you'd still pay it off quicker than another loan, like almost half the time. But let's say when you get this liquid loan, you make whatever payments you want. You can make interest-only payments if cash is tight 1 month or 2 months or 3 months or 4 months. Or you can even draw a payment out to make the payment. In other words, you have an extra line of credit. Or you can pay principal at any rate you want. In fact, any money you have in the bank is credited toward the principal, so you pay less interest. That money's available to you, but they still credit you as if you paid down your loan by that amount. You got to find out more. It's an incredible loan. It's called theliquidloan.com, theliquidloan.com, 720-895-0500, 720-895-0500.
I should.
Don't be that person that says this. God almighty. Fucking movers. I wish there's a special place in hell for these fucking Florida temples. I have a message for Florida. You all fucking suck.
They just said thanks.
Drew says if you're not taking him next, you used to be the troubleshooter, da-da-da-da-da. You know. I don't even know what he's calling about. I didn't get to hear his call.
He's on some rampage. I can't tell if he's interesting to people, if they think it's funny.
The YouTubies love him. They're like, yeah, Drew's back. Get Drew back on.
What is Sean highlighted for? Where you have somebody handling that, deputy?
No, it's phone. It's gotta go.
you.
No, it's phone help. There's no one there.
Yeah, just go back to say it's phone hell.
It says we'll return your call within 48 hours. Unless you leave more than one message, and we won't return your call.
So I only highlighted it so we go up back to it and kill it. That's all.
There's more to it, though, man.
Plus, it's free. You don't even need a Capital One card. That's like hitting a hole in one without even.
Yeah, wear your mask, you little White House pussy.
They're going to say something like, we told them we'd do it for this amount if they got the dog fixed or spayed, but they didn't want to get it spayed. Or they screwed us in the past. Or, you know, they fed the dog something that almost killed it.
They said the dog picked up a piece of metal somehow. Okay, so the dog is
from the snow.
I've never had a fucking dog eat metal.
Well, he didn't say he ate it. They said he picked it up. So apparently, you know, I'm thinking the dog is running through the snow or something and got stuck.
No.
I think he ate it.
He ate it.
Yeah, he ate it. Yeah. Yes,
Instructions.
They said that. They absolutely said that.
Okay, you guys are listening better than me, cool. Now it makes sense to me. I'm trying to figure out how the dog got metal.
Then they're going to have mud puppies.
Obstructions are pretty dangerous, and they do require surgery.
Unless it passes, a piece of metal probably ain't going to pass.
No, but a sock full of shit.
It probably gets embedded somewhere.
Dima fucking shit out of corn cob.
What? Jeez. You're kidding.
It was a quarter piece of corn cob, so probably like this big.
Around like that. That's it.
Yep.
Okay.
Just like a little.
Fucking shit it right out.
Yeah. God, that could have killed her.
I know. I was getting ready to bring her up for surgery.
Horses have the
shit it out.
Horses have. How did you know she ate it?
We had people over for Thanksgiving. He wanted to feed the deer. He read that you feed him corn. Not thinking he throws out corn on the cob.
And the fucking dog goes and gets it.
Not only that, it'll fuck up deer. Deer love corn, but not the cob.
Yeah.
Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK. Claims Pro is one of the public adjusters we endorse, Claims Pro. We believe everyone needs a public adjuster to help them. Claims Pro is one of them. If you have an insurance claim of any kind, call them, commercial or residential, 833-252-4600. 833-252-4600. Publicadjuster.pro. Publicadjuster.pro. Don't really count on insurance companies treating you fairly without representation, and they can do it for you. Claims Pro. And that's publicadjuster.pro. Okay, listen, Drew, really quickly here. Drew, I know you. I'm not ignoring you, man. We had some other people that had been waiting, and I know you're calling from Jersey, and you're involved in an entanglement here. How can we help you? What exactly can we do for you?
I'm hoping you would just take my phone number down.
Yeah.
We need a pro bono, but let me just tell you, take 30 seconds. One judge took my filing fee of $250, kept the money, and didn't do the case. That's illegal. and it's all in writing.
Wait, when you went to file, wait, you you pay a filing fee. You paid the filing fee, but what do you mean he wouldn't take the case? He took the filing fee, and what did he do with the document, with the actual pleading? What did he do with it?
He closed the case.
Oh, I see. But under what guise did he close it? Did he say it was what?
Under no guise. No guise.
Well, he gave a reason. When they close a case, do you mean
he didn't give a reason?
Drew, do you mean, just please answer my questions.
I'm telling you, they are personal.
Drew, I'm asking you,
did he? Not Colorado.
Drew, if you don't answer my questions, we can't talk. Did he dismiss the case? When you say what did he do with it?
They refused to do the case, and they should return my money, but he's keeping the money. A second case, the same judge dismissed, saying it was out of time. It was on time 11 weeks earlier. I've got the postal receipt.
And what were these pleadings for? Maybe that's what we should get into. What were the pleadings for?
The pleadings were for a lawyer stole $10,000 of my money. The expert witness testified
That's yet another lawsuit, by the way. You said you were only involved in 4. I counted 5 in this phone call that you're fighting.
No, that's one of the 4. The lawyer, the doctor, and by the way, Tom, this
and the
is
candlestick
not Colorado.
maker.
Yeah.
This is not Colorado. This is New Jersey. There's a lot more corruption out here than Colorado. A lot of people are involved in the court system, not just me.
Okay.
It's not Colorado.
But you're asking if someone will take this pro bono. Drew, I'm going to be straight. No one's going to take your case pro bono, but I'll put it out there. And by the way, most of our audience is out west, and they're not probably licensed in Jersey to take your case.
2 lawyers told me we should sue these judicial judges and clerks from a different state because I can't get a fair trial in New Jersey. 2 lawyers told me that.
But you're not allowed to go out and say, it's called venue. You have to sue in the jurisdiction. And if it's federal court, you have to sue in the closest federal court.
If you can find a judge who would agree that they are persecuting me, I can't get a fair trial, then that's
Drew, do you realize how many hours it would be? And what would this pro bono attorney do it for? Just because he truly believes you're being persecuted?
I believe he would get national publicity that now you've got 3 judges and 4 clerks persecuting an honest person who's doing nothing wrong, stealing his money, and dismissing a brief.
Drew, you understand.
Out of time.
I swear to God, I'm being honest with you, and I don't think a lot of people will be honest with you. Those court people think you're crazy. That's why they're doing it. They think you're going to go away, and you're nuts. They think you're nuts.
Tom, you can't dismiss crazy people.
I'm not calling you that. I'm trying to find out, why would they refuse to talk to you? Why would a clerk never take your call? Why would they not even look at your case? Because they think that you're nuts. That's why.
No, because I beat the governor and the state senator, and I'm being persecuted for political reasons. I have all the documents to prove this.
Drew, when you settled this case against the politicians, did they pay damages?
Yes. Big damages.
To you.
They threatened me.
To you.
And they threatened to get me.
To you.
To me.
Okay.
I can show you the document.
But you said it was you signed a non-disclosure. I don't want to get you in trouble. Can you show me the documents or not?
I can take out the names of the players and I can send you the documents.
If you do that for me, Drew, let's start there. I'm serious, Drew. Let's establish some credibility there. Let's do it. Suze, tell them how to send those documents to me redacted. I want to see them and see what damages were paid and all. I really do. I really want to see this. I would love to help. We got more coming up.
KHOW Denver, 630 KHOW. An iHeart radio station. Available everywhere.
The only chance we would call the ACLU in New Jersey, see if they'll do it.
They will never fucking do it. Look at it. I don't know how to put this. You hear him. What does he sound like?
He sounds like he's nuts. He sounds like he's wearing a tinfoil hat.
Yeah. Sounds like he lost.
The YouTubers love him.
They kind of, they love him, but I don't know if it's a good love.
I would like to hire movers from South Florida to move boxes, and then they think they're going to take someone hostage and have it filled with horse shit.
Yeah, but you already paid in advance. They're not going to pick it up.
Wow, what a ripoff. To lose that kind of money for nothing? $15,000 gone. Come on.
You know, I hate to say this, but a lot of people get the results with core
scans. If they go to the regular doctor, their regular doctor will say, oh, there's nothing wrong with you. Core scans will show soft plaque, life-threatening soft plaque, and some doctors may not recognize it, but we have referrals to cardiologists and people who know what to do. And that is to get you on treatment that can stop it and reverse it. You see, with soft plaque, it's not like you're feeling sick necessarily, or they do an EKG. Your EKG may look totally normal, and other tests could look totally normal, but you drop dead one day. And that happens because soft plaque is the danger. Corescans.com, 720-740-2663. $189 could save your life, and then insurance pays for your treatment. I hope, though, you waste the money, and there's nothing wrong with you. $189 will find out. 720-740-2663. Genesis Total Exteriors, they'll work with your public adjuster, or they'll work with your insurance company, and they will put all of the repairs on one invoice because they're a full remodeling and home renovation company from the roof down to the foundation and even the outbuildings. Yes, that's Genesis. And, of course, if you want to call them on insurance claims, do it. But if you just have regular home improvements, call them. GenesisTotalExteriors.com, 303-679-8509.
You know, you have to have someone on your side if you're dealing with your homeowner's insurance or even a commercial policy. If you've been devastated by these fires, you got to call Matt with Paragon Services. He'll give you free advice. Show what your homeowner's policy is offering you, and he'll tell you if it's fair. He'll tell you if he can get more, and it's all free. 719-726-0020. Matt with Paragon Services on our referral list at referralist.com.
It's time to get locked and loaded at the Tanner Gun Show this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at the Arapahoe County Fairgrounds. You won't find a bigger or better selection of new and hard-to-find used firearms, ammo, scopes, accessories, and more. Exercise your Second Amendment rights, protect your family, and get your guns while you can at the Tanner Gun Show in Aurora. 3-day tickets are available at the door, or get them online at TannerGunShow.com.
So many people have told me about Orchard, and no wonder. It's the new way to sell. For example, Orchard makes you a cash offer for your home. And when your home sells for more, you keep the difference. No longer do you have to choose between an easy home sale or the best price for your home. Let me tell you about Rudy, a recent Orchard customer. Rudy's home sold on the market for $33,000 above his cash offer. Had he gone to a home buying company, he would have missed out on that extra money. But with Orchard, he got more cash at closing. Rudy's story isn't unique. 99 out of 100 Orchard customers sell on market for more than their cash offer. Getting started is easy. You go online and enter your address at Orchard.com. Takes just a couple of minutes and lets you skip home listing hassles. If you're thinking about selling or just curious what Orchard would pay for your home, get a no-cost, no-obligation offer at Orchard.com. That's Orchard.com.
Don't let your insurance company dictate your settlement. If you've been impacted by the recent wildfires, call 800-248-3888 today for a no-cost, no-obligation consultation. As the oldest, largest, and most respected public adjusting firm, Adjusters International stands ready to provide you a path to financial and emotional recovery. Call today at 800-248-3888. That's 800-248-3888. 800-248-3888. 8888.
You know, you guys keep hearing me talk about Blue Sky CBD, and I can only say that my experience using these products has just kept getting better and better. I also know hundreds and hundreds of you that have tried it and feel the same way because I see the feedback. I hear about it. I met with the owners, and they shared some interesting info on the latest batch of their Max Relief Balms and how they tested to 2,700 milligrams. That's basically a free extra 200 milligrams. And this stuff has been really good for my aches and pains. And believe me, and I've talked about them, I've got plenty. Also, wanted to let you know that if you use promo code KOA/KHAL as a one-time code, please also feel free to use promo code Dave for 30% off your next order. The more and more I learn about CBD, the more thankful I become for this relationship with Blue Sky CBD. They're providing me with the highest quality products available at a lower cost per milligram than the run-of-the-mill stuff you're going to find at big box stores. And for the entire month of February, you get free shipping on all orders. For more information, go to bluesky-cbd.com. Blue Sky CBD.
Have a do-it-yourself project? No better place to shop than Buy and Build for your kitchen and bath. Granite, cabinets, sinks, faucets, hardware, and accessories. Below wholesale pricing. Stock changing daily, so check them out. Or send your contractor. Either way, you save thousands. A giant solution.
You know that one movie that was a true story, Room?
Oh, yeah. Is that where she was out back in the shed?
Yeah.
And she had babies?
She had the son wrapped in carpet and old
Snuck
carpet.
her out. She got the kid out.
Oh my!
And then I think she got out too somehow. How'd she get out?
The son came back with police.
Yeah. I think the son was like 1.
No, he was 6 or
Okay.
7, right?
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Listen. We have a lot to talk about, and Joe Chiano's with us. So is Jordan from Become the Banker, and they do more than Become the Banker. Let's just call them mymoneymyway.com. How about that? Is that your website?
That is, Tom.
And the number I'll give out. Hold on though, before you get the number. I want to ask a question. You do a lot with annuities, all right? And I'll bring up Jordan. Now, this is why did annuities have a bad name? And some of them still do. Why? What are the bad annuities?
You know, Tom, you're right. There's some good annuities and some
What makes a bad annuity?
Fees.
Okay.
Fees and risk. There's some annuities that have a high risk potential.
Meaning you could lose principal?
You can lose principal. You can lose everything.
Really?
It's what they call variable annuities.
They're bad.
Based on the stock market.
Okay. And what about fees?
Fees. They're high fee annuities where the broker will take maybe 3 to 4%
up front
every year. Every year.
From your account.
From your account. Now it is almost identical to a broker's account. Okay. Now, like
the bad one.
The bad one. Now the good ones, like the ones that we have.
What is a good annuity? Tell it.
Good annuity is no risk at all.
What does that mean?
That means that nothing to do with the stock market. That means that the client will...
Well, what does it invest in?
It is invested by an insurance company. It's what they call a fixed annuity. Fixed annuity.
Meaning a fixed rate of return?
Meaning that it will never lose any money. A fixed annuity is a guaranteed annuity. That means that the company will be investing the money based on the tracking, only the tracking of one of the indexes like the S&P 500.
But where is the money actually invested?
Within the company's investment account. And
that's not the stock market?
No. They're actually, life insurance companies, Tom, are forbidden to invest in the stock market.
But what else is there to invest in? That's where I'm unclear.
Yeah, very, very good question.
Jordan, you're up if you want to chime in. Where are they invested?
Stocks. No, excuse me, bonds.
Bonds, okay.
High-grade bonds.
Okay.
Commercial real estate.
Okay, like REITs?
Just like, just like shopping centers.
Okay, got it. Okay, so I get it.
And then
now,
the rest of it is cash.
I get it. Now,
so they got a pretty good record.
A good annuity would have some fees.
Low fees.
Like what?
1% to 1.5%.
Oh, really? Per year?
Per year. And there's some annuities with no fees.
Now, why would they do it for no fee?
Well, that's what they call a no-fee annuity.
But what good is that? I mean, how do they make money?
Well, the fee will only cover some of the added benefits, Tom, of the annuity. Like, for example, the 9% transfer bonus, the paycheck for life that they'll get, a guaranteed paycheck for life.
Now, here's what I want to ask you. With a good annuity, are you basically putting money into it in order to have future income?
That is the purpose of the annuities, a retirement
income.
Yes.
It's income.
It's income. Period.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do annuities grow tax-free?
They grow tax-deferred.
Right. So when you take it later on,
you're going to have to pay taxes
on the income. And presumably when you're older.
Exactly.
Now, you can do an annuity. Were you going to say something, Jordan?
Yeah, I was just going to say, if they had Roth money that they transferred over, then it would stay tax-free. And
Okay.
you can do a Roth annuity as well.
Now, here's what I want to ask then. If you have, there's a couple ways to do an annuity. One would be to make payments into it over your life.
That's right.
And grow it. One is a lump sum contribution because you're rolling something over.
That is right.
I want to know why would someone want to take money out of a qualified plan and roll it into an annuity before retirement?
Oh, Tom, right now people are so concerned with the stock market. A qualified plan right now, like a 401k or an IRA, is actually invested in the stock market.
That's right.
People are definitely nervous.
Okay, so if they take that lump sum, I want to ask this straight up.
Yeah.
If they kept it in a 401k, reach retirement, they start taking it out, right?
That's right.
And they can take it out in any way they want with a 401k, right?
Yeah, they can take it out.
They can take a lump sum, they can take a little at a time, they can take whatever. Okay. Instead of that, if they took the same exact money, that lump sum, and gave it to bought an annuity, would they get more money longer than a 401k?
Absolutely.
Then why doesn't everyone do it?
They should.
Everyone should roll over their 401k.
Absolutely, and they should do it because it's a guaranteed plan. Let me just explain.
So just before retirement, if you have a lump sum, you should put it in an annuity as opposed to drawing it out of a 401k.
You know why?
Why?
Because the 401k is invested in the stock market. So it's not guaranteed. So if you begin to draw money out and the market goes down,
you have less to draw out.
You have less to draw out, and eventually the principal it's going to be gone.
So when you buy your income, let's say the guy's just about to retire. He has a lump sum of $1 million, or pick a number. He puts it into an annuity, and then he, in a year or two, turns on his income.
Right.
Does the annuity stop investing or stop earning?
Absolutely. And it's guaranteed to give a payout.
For the rest of his life.
For the rest of his life. And
by contract.
By contract, no matter how old he lives.
Deputy Doc, you don't mind me talking about it, right?
Of course
Deputy Doc decided to do that. He says, you know what? I'm going to buy income. That's exactly what you did.
Here's what I did. I put a lump sum down.
Yes.
7.5% guaranteed, plus minimum 3% cost of living increase. So my annuity has gone up almost $300 over the past several years because of the cost of living increase.
$300,000, you mean?
What?
You said $300.
No. The monthly payment.
Oh, the monthly payment went up. Oh, I'm sorry. Now, here's what I want to ask then. You bought income.
Right.
Are you happy you did that now?
Yeah, because I got 7.5% guaranteed.
So your income supplements your Social Security.
Yes.
And that's a pretty good living then.
Right.
Because you thought ahead to put a lump sum. When you put the lump sum away, did you ever have a consternation like, hey, I might need that money?
No, because I didn't need it.
Well, okay. We should all be so lucky.
Right. I was lucky enough to have some money to put in. But like I said, where else?
I want to know what happens if you do need it. We can talk about that coming up.
What do you think about it? I mean, I got a 7.5%.
Absolutely. That's our annuity.
Yeah.
That's what we have. Right. That's exactly what that's exactly the annuity.
It's really no different than your qualified pension.
Yeah. 3% cost of living.
Well, we're going to be talking.
Yeah. All right, I got to take off. Oh, shit. No, go ahead. I'll wait.
Jordan can answer it.
Well,
It's about that. Yeah, it's all right, Joe. It's all right. You have. No, I meant on the air. I think it's good for on the air.
Yeah,
No.
I'll wait.
Just stay till the end of the hour.
Yeah, I'll do that.
For Denver, higher amounts to the south and west.
Oh, no, God.
Now we have a couple of people that came in with a large sum of money. and they wanted to do exactly what Deputy Doc did, by income.
Don't forget to talk about the other benefits, the long-term.
No, see, we got long-term care benefits. Did you get that with you?
Well, what if someone wants to get home care?
I have
Long-term
so
care,
that.
that's what the long-term
See,
benefit
Tom, like for example, I mean, if somebody's getting,
Hey, do you want to sell your old gold and silver earrings mismatched, or old bracelets, tangled necklaces, coin collections that are incomplete or tarnished and out of value? Listen, here's the bottom line. Here's what I'm trying to say. Do you want to sell precious metals? If you have any of this stuff that has metal in it, platinum, gold, silver, you can sell it to David Ellis Jewelry. You don't go to some nameless, faceless person that you meet in a hotel room. Yeah, they set up shop that way. Some of them want you to FedEx it to them, and then they tell you what they're going to pay you. Can you imagine that? David Ellis has been here 40 years in Cherry Creek, 3rd and Clayton. You can go to davidellisjewelry.com, get your check, buy something there if you want, but there's no obligation. But at least you know there's someone who's been there 40 years, and he'll make you a good, honest offer right on the spot. David Ellis Jewelry, 303-322-8779, 303-322-8779, davidellisjewelry.com, 3rd and Clayton. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. I talk about the free market valuations of your home to see what it will sell for on the market, but let me now talk to you about listing your home. There's no obligation when you get that free valuation, but if you want to list your home, you'll never find anyone better. He has a track record to show he sells for more, way more than the market average, or way faster, and he's done more transactions than most real estate people. In fact, he's in the top 1%, and he never holds you to a long-term contract because he wants you to be happy every day. By the way, people don't cancel, but the good news is you can if you want. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com, 303-920-1622.
Did you know?
Nearly 1 million knee replacements were done.
Anyway, when I was working as a doctor, I was paying my malpractice every year.
Sean, we tried to get through, so hold on.
Part of that malpractice and bought a long-term health care policy.
Right, wonderful. That's a beautiful benefit.
I didn't even know about it. Then when I
Kevin, this
retired,
is Tom Martino. Just please hang on.
Send you
We'll talk.
Okay,
I just don't want you to hang up inside. I just, Joe is getting ready to leave.
you have a tail. So if you can move them for 10 years, then you get a tail, automatic tail.
Sometimes when you lose those calls, they stay.
So I had like $250,000 guaranteed.
Oh, that's great.
So I didn't even know I was paying for it.
That is great.
Yeah. So I watched with the annuity, it was 7.5% plus
have a meeting next week. And then just get together.
It's for the American
Oh, yeah, American. Yeah. When are you in Vegas?
We're gone all next week.
Yeah,
Remember, you're off Monday.
Okay.
And then you have what's her face.
What's her face?
They don't see the long-term care benefit on the annuity. If somebody's drawing an income, that income will double for the rest of their lives to cover that cost of long-term care.
What do they have to cover? 7 different items, or 3 of 7?
No, two out of the 6.
2 of the 6.
2 out of 6, and they have to be certified by a doctor. But just think about it. Yeah, just think about that. I mean,
why would you do that just for you when you already have one?
That's what I want to ask.
Your qualified pension's the same shit. There's no difference.
Yeah, but I want to ask him. There is a, hold on. That's what I want to ask from this emailer. This emailer has that question. That's what he's talking about.
What are you talking about?
This emailer has a question about, he's in a plan right now.
Right.
That pays out monthly. But there are some caveats to it. And they're trying. There's a reason this company is trying to convince this person to take the lump sum and not take the yearly payment of like $310,000 a year for the rest of his life. They're saying, no, you should take it as a lump sum. And I'm wondering, why would they fucking encourage that after they've been taking all your money all this time?
That doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't make any sense because unless you see, you're talking probably about a defined benefit.
Yes, that's right. It is. That's right.
Defined, those are the best plans in the world.
I want you to analyze.
They actually.
Let's say this person's been contributing $300,000 to $400,000 a year.
And if they're guaranteed, I got one.
Okay.
John, I'm throwing.
But why are they telling this person to take a lump sum?
They should. I mean,
they're saying buy an annuity, and I said, wait, isn't this an annuity?
It is.
It is.
And here's what they say.
It is.
Here's what they say. But as an employer, you'd have to keep the plan open in order to take the monthly payment. And the plan has administration fees. If it continues to invest, you may still have to fund it if it goes down. But I said, well, what are the chances? I was limited to, this whole thing was limited to 6%, because if you made more than that, you got an excise tax. So my counselors, my investment advisor, had to keep it at 6% or lower to make the target. If they made more, it counted against me. It was less I could contribute. Okay, so I'm reaching my target so fucking fast. They're telling me, you have to make a decision. Do you want the income, or do you want the lump sum?
Take the income.
Why do they recommend the lump sum? Is it because they don't want to pay it out?
They'll save money. Because they'll save money in the long end. You see?
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. All right, so really quickly, and I know I have callers waiting, and I'm going to get to, I promise them, we have a lot of
time for them. Let's talk about this. If someone has a defined benefit plan or another kind of plan where they're getting income, there would be no reason to accelerate that and take a lump sum and move it over to another annuity?
Absolutely not, Tom. You know, defined benefit plans are the best retirement plans in the world.
And is that what an annuity is, kind of?
Somewhat, it is. But see, a kind of a defined benefit plan, your employer, your past employer, did not ask you to contribute any money into it. They were just contributing the money for you, and it grew. And then at the end, when you retire, when you reach a certain age, they're going to say to you, Tom, you have a choice. You can take it as a lump sum, or you can take it as an income for the rest of your life. Now, it makes sense to take it as an income for the rest of your life because, you know, the company doesn't know how long you're going to be living. So they want you to take the lump sum.
All right.
Because they'll be gaining money.
Now, because you're taking off, I want to ask a question. Deputy Doc bought income. If I bought income, if anybody buys income and they put a lump sum in or they've paid over their life, what if they need money in a hurry, but they can't wait for the income checks to add up? Well, is there a way to take a lump sum here and there?
Yes, it is, Tom. You know.
How do they do that with an annuity? If you're getting so much a month, how do you turn that into a lump sum if you need to? And then what does that mean for the annuity? Does it end?
Before you turn the switch to get the income for life.
Before that,
most companies will allow the consumer to take up to 10%.
A year?
A year out of the whole pool of money. But once you turn the switch on and you say to the company, I want to have an income for the rest of my life.
Well, 10% isn't that much. So if somebody put in $200,000 or $300,000 and they need money, they want to buy a house, they want to do something, and they said, I shouldn't have done that, the most they can get out is 10%.
That is right.
Okay, well, that's why.
No penalties.
Okay, and then what about with penalties? If you want to take everything, what would the penalty be?
Well, you have to pay whatever the company has. Most companies have what they call a surrender penalty charge.
And that goes how many years?
Some companies go as little as 5, and some companies go as long as 14.
And how do they? Like a 5-year penalty would be what? Would it be 100%? Would it be a certain percentage each year?
5%, 4%, 3%.
Okay.
1%, then 0.
I see. Then no surrender fee.
There's no surrender fee.
Then when there's no surrender fee, you could take a lump sum of all of it?
That's right.
But then the annuities are gone.
It's gone. There's no more.
But do you get the earnings it made up to there?
Absolutely.
So wait a minute. So if you do an annuity, let's say 2, 3, 4, 5, 600, just pick a number.
Yeah.
And you want a lump sum for some reason, a kidney transplant, I don't know. I mean, your kids, whatever. Okay. And you want the whole thing, and you're past your surrender period. You can take the whole thing.
That is right.
No penalty, but you pay tax?
You do pay taxes on it, on the gain.
But no penalty?
No penalties.
And then you can take the, well, that's not bad. I mean.
No, that is not bad.
It's kind of like a CD.
It is. Very much like it.
You got to keep it there a certain number of years or a certain time to make that return. After that, you can pull out your principal and your earnings.
That is right.
You pay tax on it, or you can leave it there for your future income. What if you wanted to take some of it out? It would just lowers your income. Can you keep it alive?
Absolutely.
You can.
You can take half out.
And then get less income.
Paycheck will be less, yes.
Wow. I love this information. Jordan is going to be with us, too, talking about stuff. I want to talk about this Planned Parenthood Mark tried to get through. We have some recommendations on what he should do. Also, Kevin, he wants to talk about under contract, wants to talk about capital gains. This is important because there's much disagreement and controversy, and we do have the straight poop on it. So stick around on the Troubleshooter Show.
He is saying everything he said. I don't see what he says that we're saying wrong. He says when you move into our rental property, we're all wrong. And all, did you read all of his emails he even sent us on YouTube? No, but I understand it all. The only thing he's talking about is recapture of depreciation. But no, then he went a step further. He says, no, you even have to calculate the exemption based on how many years you rented it. And that's not true.
Hey, Mark, let's get together by a phone call or something. All right? Take care.
Thank you.
I do want to talk to you about that.
And then out the other nostril, flushing out different microbes.
We'll see you later.
Right back.
That's what we're afraid of. What do you think it is? This is what we got going on in Atlanta right now.
What's going on in Atlanta now?
My daughter is attempting to buy a condo.
This is the one we've already talked about, right?
Kinda, yeah. But they're in. I'm like.
She didn't buy it yet, did she?
Not yet. And I keep telling them to leave it alone, but she's having trouble finding something else there. At least that's the conversation they keep giving me.
Coordinator Jeff Nines also offered an update on COVID vaccinations in the U.S.
Yeah.
75%, 3 out of every 4 adults are fully vaccinated.
I don't know. Like, who would you call?
I mean, what kind of?
That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to figure out. But it's only when it rains.
Well, okay. That's what we know. Okay, we know that when we were there and it was raining, that fucker was just, there was that much water in there.
In where?
Okay, this much water in the garage. It's a little bit lower. You step up and come into the house. Okay, but then when we're in the house, in the bottom bedroom, on the lowest floor, on the ground floor.
Is that below the garage?
Oh no, it's level with the garage. Okay, except it's actually up a few inches. You know, it's concrete, and then they put that. Anyway, you go in the bedroom and you open the closet. And you step in the closet, and the floor goes down, and you can hear that bucket of water. I'm like, that's what's going on in my ear.
She's gonna have fucking mold everywhere, dude.
This is what I keep telling them.
She's gonna have mold everywhere.
This is what I keep telling them. I'm saying that's been going on for years.
The problem is right now, just to have someone come in and figure out what's going on. Why would she pay to figure out what's going on in her landlord's place? Why isn't the landlord figuring this shit out?
The landlord's trying to sell it to her.
Well, she's insane.
Bro, I'm already with you, okay? But
whoever we find out that can go out there and diagnose it is going to end up tearing some of this shit out. And then the landlord's going to throw a fucking fit over it. It's just, I don't even know what your answer is.
My answer is find a place.
Well, big time.
That's my
I wouldn't even want to live there, dude. It's going to have fucking mold.
Do me a favor.
Okay.
Just say, look, I'm looking at this stuff that Talia's showing me, and
maybe you call a disaster restoration company like Rock out there.
Okay. Is there one?
Oh, there should be, and maybe ask him, and then see if there's free estimates. I just wouldn't even touch it.
I wouldn't touch it with somebody else's money.
Crazy, man.
But man, they are his from.
Why does she like it so much? Like, is it right across the street from work, or I mean, what's the gig?
It's fairly centrally located to town, to the places where she has to go. Nice little quiet community unit.
I'd call Rock up and ask him, who would you call to figure out where this water's coming? And not meaning what company, but what kind of person. How does this generally work? That's where I would start, because he's going to know. But, man, that's crazy. And if you know there's a little water like that, there's a lot of fucking water.
No, dude, listen to me. There's inches of water in the motherfucking garage across the whole floor.
Anytime it rains.
When after it's been raining for a while, it just ends up there. Okay? When that water is here, you go into that bedroom and everything is cool. But when you open that closet and step in the closet and go like this,
you hear it.
Now, I'm saying that shit's been going on.
How long does it take for the water to get out? Like of the garage?
After it rains a day or so. Because it doesn't drain straight out.
But none of the neighbors have it?
We have no idea what the neighbors are doing.
Wouldn't she go ask the fucking neighbors? You gotta have some common sense. My first thing would be, hello, does your garage flooded right now?
She's got a garage on the end unit. The
Yeah.
people across from her have a garage on the end unit, but they're just actually higher than hers and looking facing the other way. The rest of the people on her side of the building, I don't even think they have garages.
I mean, I would definitely ask around. I mean, the water's coming from somewhere.
Me, I think the building has a foundation problem. I think the building has a settling problem.
Well, that would be a huge special.
See how beautiful that KOA
cost
studio
her a
is.
fucking fortune. Did she ask the HOA?
The HOA is freaking playing ignorant. The HOA is not. They're one of those HOAs that don't do anything for the outside. She has to maintain her own outside. I mean, like I said, this property's been there for a while, and I think the HOA has backed themselves down.
Who do you call to see how water gets in your house, Tom? What kind of company?
See how water gets in your house?
Every time it rains, 3 inches of water in someone's garage.
Their engineers do that.
Geo?
No. You can do a lot of times structural engineers know that because when they design foundations, they take into consideration groundwater and
how much do you think it would cost in general for someone to come out
and figure it out?
Denver's talk station is your
In a condo building where the HOA is freaking no help.
Oh well, shit. I mean, if you have to do it for the whole condo building,
No,
is it a first floor condo?
It's a 3-story end unit.
It's a 3-story condo?
Yeah.
Then that's like a townhome, you mean?
Oh, yeah. End unit. It's an end unit. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What she's considering getting.
Hold on. Let me think about it. I think Tom Coyle used to do that.
No, we're talking about in Atlanta.
Huh?
We're looking for the kind of person in Atlanta.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. WaterPros.net, the best water systems at the lowest prices ever. If you want treatment at its best, that means softening to extend the life of your plumbing, appliances, better laundry, better clothing, better skin, better showers, all of it under $2,000 fully installed. It's amazing. You compare that to other plumbers charging $8,000 and more. WaterPros.net, 303-862-5554. 862-5554. Yeah, listen, Sean, we got through to the clinic. We had to leave message. Okay? They say they're going to call us back. We couldn't get a live person. We kept trying and kept trying. We were hoping to report back to you. We're going to assign this and make this our goal to try to get you a monthly payment. And also, we're going to try to figure out the charges as well, or if they have a discount program for people who are disabled. Yes, Suze.
I did have a gentleman call, said that they've been using Planned Parenthood for 25 years. They're wonderful people, and they do make you sign something upon service saying that you will pay in full. Just letting you know.
No, I know that, but I don't think it's too much to ask if a guy is disabled and doesn't have the money if they do payments. I mean, it's better than nothing.
Yeah, but then why did he sign to begin with?
Well,
that's interesting.
I don't know.
He knew he couldn't pay.
I don't know. What do you do? Say, let my dog die? I don't know. Sean?
Exactly. Let the dog die and...
Yeah, but you might have been better off being honest, like, hey, save my dog, but
even
work
if
me
it
on a
says,
payment plan.
A lot of places say that. A payment in full is expected upon whatever, checkout or completion or whatever. And a lot of them do that. That doesn't mean it's wrong to ask for a monthly payment if you want to pay it off. Sean, let's put it this way. If they come after you, they're going to get less than that because you don't have it. As they used to say, you can't take blood from a turnip or blood from a stone, or however you want to put it. Now, Kevin's got a question on capital gains. Go ahead, Kevin. What's going on with you?
Hey, Tom, great show.
Thank you, man.
We're in a little bit of a pickle. So we sold our house. We got quite a chunk of equity. We're under contract to buy a house through an estate.
How long, by the way, Kevin? How long did you live in your house?
6 years.
And were you and your wife?
There for 6 years.
Were you with a wife or partner filing jointly?
Yeah, me and my wife jointly. Yeah, so we're covered up to the 500, like kind of like your conversation was yesterday.
Yeah. How much you making above the 5?
We're going to we walk off with 700.
Okay, so you'll pay capital gains on 200 unless you can add to your basis. You might be able to add to your basis. But anyway, go ahead. What's going on? What's your question?
Well, we're under contract to buy this house, but it's an estate sale. It's just one thing after another. I'm going to go past. Is it 45 days you have?
Wait, is it
really short window.
Is it? There's no. What are you talking about? Short? Oh, you're talking about to defer the 200,000?
Yeah.
They don't defer that. I don't think you get deferment anymore. Hold on. That's commercial property, but on residential, what I believe is you get the exclusion and that's it. Even if you buy a house more expensive, you don't get to defer that gain. But let me verify it. Okay, you've made.
Real? Okay.
Let me verify it for sure. Suze,
sure.
Let's get either Mallory or Eric on. The question is, on a capital gain above the 500,000, okay, above the exclusion, if you reinvest in a more expensive house, can you defer that gain? I'm only talking about the part of the gain that you have to pay tax on. I don't think you can, Mark. I might be wrong, but I don't think you can.
I don't know, but if it's only 200 and it's been any amount of time, they can beef that basis up.
Kevin, have you put any substantial improvements into the house? How did you figure your basis?
Yeah. I mean, we've done, when we bought it, it was a flat piece guns. We put a lot of landscaping.
Wait, how are you figuring? Let me ask you this to begin with. How are you figuring your basis? Did you take your purchase price?
Yeah, we flat out walked off with 700,000.
No. But what I'm asking, did you base that 700 from your purchase price originally?
Yes.
Okay, and you've lived there for 6 years. During the 6 years. During the 6 years, did you do anything to raise the basis?
You mean as an
yes.
I'm not as fluent with this stuff.
If you did,
you mean anything we did to the house?
If you did permanent landscaping, fixed appliances, painting, roofing, anything that you paid out of pocket, anything you paid out of pocket, you can add, if it's a permanent improvement, to the basis of the property, which is your purchase price, plus any commissions and all of that. So if you could, you might be able to eat it up. But let's ask Eric Reinemer. He is one of our accountants on the show here at Atlas CPAs and Advisors. And let's ask him the question. It's a very simple one. Eric, in this case, let's say Kevin calculated his basis correctly, and he's going to defer. I mean, they're going to get the exclusion for $500,000 in capital gains. Now, he and his wife will make an additional $200,000 above that. His question is this: if he buys a home more expensive than the previous one, can he defer that $200,000 he has to pay tax on?
No, there's no such thing as deferrals on a personal residence.
Okay, that would only be a 1031 tax-free exchange, right?
Right, which does not exist with personal residences, just business property.
Yeah. See, it used to be, Kevin, when you bought a home, you had to buy another home more expensive to defer the gain. Then they came up with an exclusion and did away with that deferral program.
Wow.
Now, Kevin, it's not the end of the world. So on 200,000, you're going to only, I don't mean only, but you're going to pay what, Eric? What is he going to pay?
Generally, it's 15% for the feds and 4.6% for Colorado.
Yeah. So
see, I'm kind of out of the loop on this stuff. I thought as long as you went up in price and you.
No.
Kevin, you're missing a big part, though, man. Wow. If you put in an HVAC system, if you put in lawnscaping, if you put in anything, man, that adds to your basis. In 6 years, did you put a roof on, for example?
Well, yeah, but that's the insurance company's money.
Eric, how does that work?
Yeah, how does that work, Eric?
For my insurance company, and I buy a roof with my cash, isn't that an improvement?
Well, let's say you paid $20,000, but you get reimbursed by the insurance company for $10,000. You can add the net cost.
Mark, you don't get to add the whole. You don't get to add the gross. I don't think.
Yeah, you don't get to add the gross if you get reimbursed. But here's the thing: if you go back, what is it? Is it Kevin?
Yeah,
Go back and very aggressively just go back since you bought the place and add up anything at all you spend on the property. All that gets added to your basis to reduce your gain. Plus, you can have commissions on the sale.
Commissions, right?
Reduces the net.
And I bet it all adds up to $200,000.
Well,
it just might.
Now, Eric, I want to ask you something, Eric, because I think Mark winked. I want to ask you something. How closely do they look at these deals? Right now, I hear the IRS can't even wipe their own butts. They're so busy.
Here's the fact. I've never seen one looked at.
Okay.
Hey, let's face it, selling a home and getting it free, it's like mom and apple pie. The reason they put in that $500,000 is because nobody wants to have to pay taxes on a personal residence. So I've never seen it looked at. So just be very liberal with your cost basis, and I think you whittle it down.
Now, listen, here's the point, though, Kev, okay? We're not encouraging you to cheat or to lie, but I think you might be able to find some basis there. 303-713-TALK. That's Eric Reinemer, Atlas CPAs and Advisors. They can help you, small companies, or even individuals. 303-799-9111.
What's up, Nuggets fan? Insurance proceeds as income, so I doubt you can claim them as improvements to your house, because that would be income. I mean, if you
how would they even know where the income came from?
He just said they wouldn't. He just said that. It's never been looked at.
No. What I'm saying is, in an insurance deal, you get a check.
He just said that.
Orchard, the new way to home, is a proud partner of the Denver Nuggets. Get started at Orchard.com.
FixMyHome.com.
It's the company I've represented for years, but I've known the owner even longer. You can trust Fix It 24/7 to be forthright, honest, value, and they have great equipment at Fix It 24/7. And here's what they're doing now. They have lowered their costs. This is a loss leader. To come to your home and find any problem, just $24. Now, that's a licensed, bonded, insured tech that will give you an honest assessment of the problem no matter how long it takes for just $24. And get this, they give you a price up front with a 100% satisfaction guarantee. If you take the job and do it, they even credit you the $24. Come on. You don't do better than that. 720-526-3939. 720-526-3939. Blake Harris Law. We've been referring people to him to get estate plans for years now. BlakeHarrisLaw.com. You know, Blake will answer your questions before you hire him or with no obligation to hire him if you call him. 833-ASK-BLAKE. Ask your estate planning questions, and when you're comfortable with him, he'll only charge flat rates on what he does for you. So, ask away, 833-ASK-BLAKE, and then decide, do you need a will, a trust, maybe a payable on death certificate, or something else? He can do it all. Or if someone just died and you need help immediately, call him, 833-ASK-BLAKE. Century RV. Man, I like these guys. I went up to visit them not long ago to do an interview, and they're for real. They have the best prices. They are aggressive on discounting them. They want to move units. Even during this time of supply shortages, they're still doing an aggressive job of getting new units and quality used units because they're buying yours if you want to sell them or paying great prices on trades. CenturyRV.com, exit 240 and I-25. That's up north of Denver on the Longmont turnoff. Then turn right there. It's on the east side of the street there along Frontage Road. CenturyRV.com. 303-453-1111.
Look, staying healthy isn't easy.
Got your note
Watch
on the headlines here. I'll do this.
What are you talking about? Oh, yes. Oh, shit. Yes, O'Brien. You just made me think of something else with O'Brien.
You wake up ready for anything. Proven quality sleep is life-changing sleep. And now you're the ultimate sleep.
Deputy Doc, do you have any follow-ups?
No, not, okay. Waiting for return calls.
So you have the same annuity he sells?
Well, it's similar, yeah.
Who's the company?
AIG.
Oh, they got in trouble.
No, they're pretty solid.
Now,
Yeah.
remember they got in trouble during the...
Right.
And what was that accounting firm that got in trouble? Holy shit, that was a real big one. Are they still around?
Was it Price Waterhouse?
No.
Was it, Pete Moore,
Man, it was old. Remember the Great Recession? All these people were dropping like fucking flies.
Like getting credit for everything you do?
For being exaggerated and all that.
Switch to the Jackson tax service. The first 100 reasons, you'll
There were
get
two
100
great
bucks to
recessions.
switch.
The
Yep,
greatest one was the
$100.
last one.
Reason 101.
Man, was it
We'll
fucking
track down every
It was
last tax
fucking
credit so you get every dollar you deserve. 102.
I'm
We
hoping
guarantee
for
your
a
biggest
vote.
refund.
Are you?
Want to discover
Fine.
reason
No, it's great though, Mike.
Equipment to the participating
It would be a
location
good
near you.
opportunity.
Oh, man.
They appraised my house
Offer
for
and
40%
available
less,
at participating retail locations
which is great because I wasn't planning on selling it.
Oh, yeah, but it
So for
happened
a couple
over
of
a fucking couple of weeks.
Yeah, then for 2 years or 3 years, my property tax went down by 40%. It was great.
No, I know. Real estate went to fucking
Yeah,
shit.
as long as you weren't selling it, didn't matter.
But that was one of the few times in history that real estate crashed.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's because of that stupid rule by Clinton they put in that they have to approve.
Look at Biden. He's all over that. He said higher gas prices if Russia invades Ukraine. He wants to make sure he's not blamed for it.
Bro, he'll get blamed. It doesn't matter. You always blame the president when gas is high. Always.
Well, it's like anything else. The president.
You know, if you think about it, a lot of the shit that presidents are blamed for is not fair.
Well, it's like quarterback in football, you know.
All the
little
money
bit,
he
a little
spent
bit,
is
but
why
not-
we're...
not-
The inflation is everything he spent.
Oh, well, first of all, the next day, doing away with 200,000 jobs and closing the fucking pipeline and all exploration, how fucking stupid can you be? Just to make all the greenies happy the very next day. He did keep a promise, didn't he?
His spending is unbelievable, though. If that 3.5 somehow gets reignited and passed, I mean, you guys think it's high now.
Oh, come on, $6 and...
Yeah, California.
Looking for a great deal on blinds, shades, and shutters? Save 50% off any order during blindster.com.
I hope Polish gets voted out.
Blindster offers custom wood and
You know, I don't dislike Polish.
I can't stand him.
Why?
I don't like any of his thoughts. How's that?
Well, what? Give me one. I mean, he was pretty sensible with COVID. No?
I don't think he was. Not at all.
Oh, okay.
Letting the health departments do it. Look, it broke up Tri-County. It broke up all kinds of shit. I've been on the line in Douglas County where you don't have to wear a mask. Literally walk across the street and you can't walk into a business without a mask.
Yeah, you're right.
Like COVID, it's different across the street.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Plenty of time for calls. I want to talk to Jordan Keano I have some email questions about the annuity. MyMoneyMyWay.com. You know, annuities are funny, but they sound really good if you get a good one. They really do. And I'm trying to find fault with them. So I'm going to ask you, Jordan, who would not want an annuity? I'm putting it on you.
Yeah, I would say somebody who needs the liquidity more than they need long-term growth. You know, as far as our long-term income, I should say, if somebody's in a position where, maybe they're looking to purchase homes, maybe they're looking to just take, the set amount of money out, $100,000 this year, $50,000 next year. You know, if they don't want that certain paycheck every single month or every single year, then an annuity might not be best for them. You know, and I think it's good to have a balance of a little bit of everything, but that'd be my answer to that is somebody who needs all the liquidity to that access to that cash.
Okay. Bottom line is, if they need the liquidity back and forth, that may not be the right tool.
Yeah, I don't think you should put all your eggs in one basket no matter what. It would be nice to have a guaranteed payment when you retire of whatever, $2,000-$3,000 in addition to your Social Security, whatever pension you have. But then on top of it, maybe another account where there is a lump of cash if you have to lend it to your kids or if you need it for whatever reason.
Is there do annuities have a minimum funding level? I mean, obviously, if someone doesn't have enough money to contribute, like, is there a minimum amount for an annuity? If someone, let's say, is doing a lump sum, is there a minimum amount?
Yes. The minimum's $10,000. You know, so it's pretty low. So that's the minimum amount.
Now, is that 10 grand? Is that 10 grand for a lump sum and 10 grand a year for contribution, or what would it be?
That's just the lump sum, just the lump sum. So if they wanted to add money thereafter, or if they didn't want to add money thereafter, that's up to them. It's optional. But 10,000 is that kind of baseline that the company gives the bonus, all the benefits, all that stuff. That they want to have a minimum of 10,000 to start that account.
Jordan, if someone was 50 years old right now and wanted to get an annuity with the bonus money and everything for $100,000 lump sum. When they're 65, how much are they pulling out for the rest of their life? $100,000 plus a 9% bonus, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. So, I could run the numbers here. I'm actually,
you can do it during.
I can't run them yet.
You can do it during the break, Jordan. That would be a 15-year hold on $100,000 plus the bonus, and not taking anything out.
20 minutes.
Yeah.
About 20 minutes because I'm still on the road. But I'd say you could probably count on 10,000, 10 to 15, probably 10, somewhere between 10 to 15,000 a year would be a safe bet.
Like $1,000 a month. Now.
Yeah, exactly. If they do that.
Here's what I want to know though. If you're older even and you have a lump sum, what's the minimum? Can you literally start an annuity and start your income the following month?
You can. Now, some of the things kind of start to fall off. You might not get as big as a bonus if you're doing like an immediate annuity, something similar to that. And there's other companies that might not offer.
Like with the bonus, for example, with the bonus, it's a 9% bonus. And what that really means is if you put 100 in, you get 109 immediately. Is that right? Credited?
That is correct.
And that's
grow with your account they want.
And do you make the interest and everything on that extra $9,000?
You do make the extra interest on that $9,000.
And you get to keep it all after how many years before you can take income?
Yes, the bonus itself is vested over a 10-year period. So if you decide that you want to take it, 7 years, well, you can get 70% of whatever that bonus grew to.
Okay, and other than that, though, that's the only disadvantage to taking it right away is you would have to prorate the bonus, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's the only disadvantage. I mean, the long-term care component to all this is huge as well, and that itself usually has to wait at least 2 years to have them activate.
Well, of course, but that's not bad. I mean, people are living longer, so people can get into an annuity pretty late, is what you're saying.
Absolutely, they can. And I just want to make one statement to what my father said earlier, and you guys are talking about it. If somebody does have a pension from an employer, I've worked with many of my clients that actually have those pensions, and they're great. But the downside, the fear that they have those pensions is if they're divorced, if they don't have a spouse to leave the funds behind, but they have kids. A lot of them are fearful of the disbursement of when they pass away. Are their kids going to get the actual benefits? And if you don't have a spouse and you don't have spousal benefits elected, the company gets that money back. So that's why if you do have a pension, this isn't a bad area to roll it over to as well, because it's going to give you, if not the same, probably more of a payout on a month-to-month or annual basis.
But you can do an analysis. You also, though, here's something else too. There's more risk with a pension, and here's why: the money's still being invested and will affect your payout, won't it, or not?
Well, yes, in a sense, but the biggest thing that's affected is the company. What if the company goes under? We've seen that happen before with United Airlines, with other people that have had pensions like that, and you might be guaranteed that until they're not there anymore.
A buddy of mine, Doug Walker, Tom, he was looking, he was a captain with United, getting ready to retire. $11,000 a month is what it was supposed to be.
Yeah, what happened?
That guy raided their pension, all their issues.
And never got it.
No, he went down to $2,500, lost almost 80% of his pension after working there almost 30 years.
Same thing with Lucent. All the people who used to work for Lucent lost.
Do those people go to jail?
No, you're thinking of Nacho. Didn't Nacho?
No, but doesn't anyone, like the guy that raided United, did they get in trouble?
I don't think he went to jail.
Greg, what's going on with you, Greg? You have a question or a comment? Go ahead.
Yeah, I was wondering about the death benefit on an annuity. What happens when you die? Where does that money go?
To your beneficiary, I would say, right?
Yep. You list it to your beneficiaries, whether you could put multiple beneficiaries, so it could be your spouse to begin with, but if your spouse passed away, then it could go to your children, to a trust, to whatever you want to.
Here's what I want to know this. What, in an annuity, is money ever left on the table? Just be straight. Like, for example, if you die.
No money's left on the table, Tom. And that's what I love about this. This is your money, your hard-earned blood, sweat, and tears that went into that money, and that goes to you and your family. Nobody else gets that.
Greg?
Got it. Perfect. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much.
Hey, if that benefit kicks in because, you're sick and you need that care in your house, we know that the monthly payment doubles. What happens with the benefit after that person dies with the spouse? Is it still doubled, or what happens?
Good question. So with these plans, that's a good question. And we get that quite a bit, actually. Is with these ones, what happens is that death benefit's going to pay out to the spouse. And so what the spouse will do is they'll take that money and put it in their own plan, and then they'll have their own long-term care.
Or they just take the money.
Or they live off of it. Yeah, or they live off of it. You're right. Yep.
There is no spousal benefit then with an annuity.
There are some joint ones. There are some spousal ones, but they don't have as many of the same benefits, like the long-term care.
Yeah, because it's twice the risk on the company.
Exactly.
All right.
And the payout's a little bit less too, or just depending on who you're looking at. So it just depends.
303-713-TALK, 713-8255. By the way, Premier Window Cleaning and Pressure Washing. I love these guys. We talk about them because they're young men. I say this. They came out of high school. They didn't want to go to college, but they wanted to work hard. They wanted to have their own company. And they started Premier Window Washing. Now, they have great prices. In fact, unbelievable prices. It's Tyler and Nick. Tyler Byrne founded the company. I want you to look them up online. They have a really long website, but it's easy to remember. PremierWindowCleaningDenver.org. PremierWindowCleaningDenver.org. Now listen, 303-564-5574. They'll do commercial or residential window cleaning and pressure washing. They clean up everything. And when they do your house, at no additional charge, they do every single piece of glass inside, meaning shower doors and mirrors, even end tables with glass tops. 303-564-5574.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Michael Brown in the morning.
And Capless in the afternoon, 6:30, KHOW, Denver.
Capless, Deputy Doc's favorite talk show host.
Impact traffic.
Isn't that right? Well, I'm diametrically opposed to most of his views. He's a bright guy. He's a very smart debater. And if you call his show and you don't have your facts together, he will rip you a new one. Several new ones.
Do you listen to him?
If I'm in the car, yeah.
So no reported problem spots on I-70.
You can get pretty pious.
What? Oh, he's very pious.
Well, the school board member snaps that maskless man. Fuck you.
But it's his show, and he can say whatever he wants. As long as the ratings are there.
What is this thing about masks? Why do they still fucking believe
Look at where they all are. It's all on the coastline, baby. Although New Mexico, that's kind of a weird one. They're going to lose everything. You are crazy.
You see, if you, and I'm serious now, if you do an insurance claim without getting the help of a public adjuster, you're nuts. Especially a big insurance. I mean, if it's a tiny one, that's something. But you know, whether it's tiny or big, public insurance adjusters of Colorado will do a free analysis of your claim. So why not call them? No matter what, they'll tell you, you know, you can do this on your own and ask for this much. This is what you should get. And then they'll let you alone. But if they think, oh, no, this is going to take a fight, we can help you, then they're going to do it, and they will come through. And they almost always, I shouldn't say almost always, I don't know of any cases, Mark, where public adjusters don't get more money. I don't know any cases. And you pay a small percentage of the extra. 720-715-0000. That's the best phone number in the world. Public Insurance Adjusters of Colorado. For the fires, for perimeter damage, or main damage, full destruction. How about minor fires even in your home? Or flood, or any kind of incident where you call your insurance, make sure you call Public Insurance Adjuster of Colorado so they can give you a free analysis of your claim. 720-715-0000. I know these guys. I know the owner personally. 720-715-zeros. And then coclaims.com. coclaims.com. Now, speaking of someone else who will give you the attention you need with your claim for personal injury accidents is John Fuller, a small firm by choice. That's right. You know, when you go to a big firm, it's not all unicorns and rainbows. Here's why. They have a lot of cases they're processing, and you're most likely going to talk to an assistant. With John Fuller, you talk to John. With John Fuller, you get his cell phone number. With John Fuller, you get communication and free legal advice up front if you're deciding if you should hire him or if you even need an attorney. Get your advice free of charge, 303-597-4500, and all cases always taken on contingency, 303-597-4500. Core scans. You've heard me talk about it, right? Don't tune me out now, because you need to have it done. And I hope you waste your money, $189. It's a carotid scan. What does it tell you if you have soft plaque and how much of it? And guess what? That's a direct indicator of heart disease and risk of stroke. Even if you have normal EKGs and other physicals, that doesn't tell you something is about to happen. Core scans can. And guess what? To treat that soft plaque, to make it stable, to save your life, there are treatments that insurance covers. They don't just stop it now, they reverse it. Core Scans, C-O-R, corescans.com, 720-740-2663, 720-740-2663.
Like getting credit for everything you do? We could.
What's that? Next time a Trevor comes on, here's a question. When do you decide to file or not file a claim on your home insurance? In other words, if you file a claim, right?
I know.
How much? So
yeah, you pay for it. It's sad.
Yeah,
to me, I think insurance companies should not be fucking allowed to increase your rate for filing a claim.
Right.
You paid for it.
Right. So how much are they
I
going to
ordered
raise your
coffee
rate?
cups off Amazon, but they're going to be a few weeks. So you guys got to bring your own coffee cups in the meantime.
Tell me what's happening.
I had to. Sam's Club and Costco are out of the to-go cups. I was able to order some on Amazon.
We should do that anyway. You want to know the truth? It's wasteful. We should have.
Yeah, you're right. I know.
We should have cups only for guests, like a few of them. You know.
Okay.
I agree totally.
Yeah, I guess start bringing your own to-go cups.
I totally agree with you.
Here's the problem. You can. But if they're too tall, they don't fit under the Keurig. So make it a short one or something.
Well, you know what?
You're right.
Here's what you can do. You can keep one. Somebody, I'll bring in a cup, right?
You know what the deal is, man?
That's what I do at home. You do. So let's say I have an 8-ounce cup, right?
Oh, yeah, you
that's a
do
good
whatever
idea.
you want to
That's
do.
I see what he's saying. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
I'll use the to-go cup just over and over.
Yeah.
I like the convenience of throwing.
Yeah, Mark even uses them. He even uses them on Saturday mornings.
I'll bring one in tomorrow.
When we're not going anywhere.
At home, I use
I do too at home. I use
I do that all
You
the
guys
time.
really want to save shit by the
But
old-fashioned
here's the
coffee
problem. Really, you got to bring them with
maker? Think
lids.
of all the plastic you're throwing
They got to
away
have
every time you
lids
make
for
a cup of
equipment.
coffee.
Yeah, but
You got to have a lid on your coffee cup for equipment.
Well, we all did, except for the head honcho over here, who almost fucked up his.
What did I do?
You got to bring in a cup with a lid.
Everybody else has.
I don't need a lid.
No, everybody else
No.
needs a lid.
Fucking sippy cup.
I'll bring in a mug tomorrow that'll fit under the coffee, and we'll just keep pouring it and pour it into your to-go cup. I'll do that, no problem.
So you can breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthy.
So we need to find out how much your tuna goes up with a claim.
Where are streets of South Line? Just give me a check. South Glen? Yeah. Fuck if I know.
South
Oh, I heard South Bend is
over
a
by the old
university.
P.O. box.
It's University of Arapahoe.
Yeah.
It's University of Arapahoe.
South Glen.
South Glen.
It's
Is that
that
when
far
our
south?
procedure is tomorrow?
Yeah, it's
No,
University.
that's where I have a meeting today.
Oh, it's University
You
of
know,
Arapahoe.
it's with Silverleaf where I'm trying to get paid.
Oh.
The best way to go, Tom, take Bellevue University.
Oh, can you?
Because
Maybe I
there's no
should
light.
get an account
There's
statement.
no
Do you
lights
want
on
one?
Bellevue.
Yes, I do. That's a great idea.
For over 20 years. Even if you refinance in the last year, we can still probably.
What do you mean with a new sponsor?
No, an old one that hasn't paid.
Oh.
Thousands of dollars a year.
I'm bringing Vinny and
Okay.
Cosmo.
I'll get Michael Guido in there.
Vinny and Cosmo.
Oh man, I started watching the best fucking
Oh, what?
show.
What?
Tell us.
1883.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, you know what?
It
I
is
started
so
watching.
fucking
Now, it's a
good.
little slow burn. It's a slow burn, Mark.
I love it.
Sam Elliott. Hey, you
I'm
know
only
what?
two
You know what is a prequel to?
Yeah.
Yellowstone.
Do you watch Yellowstone?
I watch every one of them.
Okay, now,
There's a new Yellowstone
Mark,
in April.
Billions. Have you seen fucking Billions?
No, I tried.
You don't like it?
It's turning crazy.
I thought he would love it.
I love Billions.
Oh.
Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Genesis. Remember, Genesis Total Exteriors, because they're a home improvement company inside and out. And because of that, they will do all of your insurance damage on one invoice, Genesis, okay? It's GenesisTotalExteriors.com. I can't emphasize that enough. They do everything from the roof, gutters, siding, windows, doors, decks, outbuildings, everything, inside and out, too. Bathrooms, kitchens, if you had water damage, or if you just want home remodeling. GenesisTotalExteriors.com. Okay, let's keep going here. What's on your mind? Give us a call. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. We're talking annuities today mostly because, you know, really a lot of people are tired of risk. Hey, Shannon, who's on line one? Could you just find... Oh, I'm sorry, Suze. Okay, you know, people want security. They want income. I think a lot of people want income more than they want lump sums. I think they want income more than they want growth, because there's a thing about security now, and a lot of them don't depend on Social Security, or they don't. What I mean is they don't believe that it will be around. Now, I think Social Security's doing okay. I don't know how long it'll be around and fully funded, but anyway, we got some advice here that we're going to give. Jordan, hold on. We have Paul. Paul, what is your question?
Yeah, Tom, say I was wondering, I'm getting ready to start my pension, and I have the option of getting the monthly payment or taking the lump sum. And
now, which pension is it? You know, because we had this question earlier in an email. I think we talked off the air with Joe. What is your pension? What kind?
It's a pension I have with the company I retired from.
Okay, and is it a guaranteed pension for life?
Yeah, I can do the monthly payment for life or just get the whole lump sum.
Okay, good. What are
the options?
What are the monthly payments for life, and what's the lump sum? Let's analyze it.
Okay, the monthly's going to be almost around $4,000 a month, and if I do the lump sum, it'd be like $600,000.
God, just on that one statement, $4,000 a month sounds good to me, but I don't know. We can analyze it. Here's what's great about it.
Are you in good health?
Yeah.
And what company is behind it?
I don't know. You know, I don't know what the company is.
Here's what I'm going to ask. Here's what I'm going to ask, or say. I believe it's great when you know the options because math does not lie. So, Jordan, it's a really easy method here. Does he take the $4,000 monthly, or can that $600,000 in an annuity do better? It's that simple, right?
Now, what's your date of birth there, Paul?
It's 1952.
And why does that matter? Boy, I'm 1953, and you sound like an old fart. I'm just kidding.
No,
that's all right.
It matters because that's what they're going to base the payout on, and just like even with his pension, that's what they amortize it off of is his age.
All right, so can you do some calculations roughly on that? And how long will it take? We'll just put them on hold.
Give me. Yeah, if we could do 10 minutes, that'd be perfect.
All right, I'm going to get.
What company are you retiring from,
Paul?
I don't want to say.
Okay.
Well, the reason I ask because the longevity of the company plays into this. If it's
I don't know if it does, Jordan. Don't they sometimes buy those? They annuitize them somewhere.
Again, it depends. Most of them do. They have them held with like other companies, like
they don't take the personal
Fidelity, Prudential.
Yeah, they don't take the personal responsibility. I don't think.
Well, like Mark said, look what happened to Lucent and to United.
I'll be taxed on that lump sum too if I take the.
Well,
lump
hold on.
Taxed on all of it.
Wait a minute. On that $600,000, how much? Wait, is the $600 fully taxed or just the earnings?
Well, there's like a 10% when I take it out, just right off the top.
No, there isn't. That's only if you take it early.
No. Yeah, that's if you take it as a lump sum distribution. This would be like a rollover.
Yes.
In essence, Paul, you'd be rolling it over, so you wouldn't be taxed on the $600,000 as a.
Well, that's what I want to know. What would I roll it into?
Okay, that's what we're going to do right now. One option would be an annuity. So what we're going to do right now for those listening, we're going to analyze Paul, born in 52. Does he take $4,000 monthly, or does he take $600 and do an annuity? What would be the direct comparison? We're going to do that direct comparison coming up. Hang on. I think this is wonderful. Math doesn't lie.
Tom, if it's a government annuity, he's better off taking a monthly payment because they're going to be there forever. But depending on the company.
AIG. I'll bet you most companies don't fund and manage their own. Most of them don't.
No, but look what happened to Lucy.
But that was different. They funded their own. If they fund their own, yes.
Well, we don't. That's what I'm saying. We don't know what the company.
And he won't tell us.
Right. But I'm saying that's an important factor.
Here's. Can you turn that off for a second?
The west. Snow tapers off overnight, and we will have clearing skies tomorrow. Highs in the 30s. Currently, it's 32. With your Impact Traffic and Weather, I'm Chris McLaughlin, 630 KHOW.
Spa Palace for 38 years has been the trusted source for all your hot tub and swim spa needs. Spa Palace offers the trusted brand Hydro Pool Swim Spas, a leader in self-cleaning everyday swimming pools, a brand you can trust from friends you can trust. Spa Palace, spapalace.com for locations.
All right, let's talk about affordable interest mortgage and this incredible liquid loan. Man, I can talk till I'm blue in the face. If you have any kind of a loan or mortgage, this is better. It's better. Here's why. First and foremost, it pays off your first, and it sits there as a 30-year line of credit on your home. Now, this line of credit on your home is simple interest. If all you do is make the same payment you've always made, you're going to pay off your house way quicker, like half the time or less. But if you want, you can pay just interest only. If cash is tight for 1 or 2 or 3 months or 4, that's what's great. Or you can pay as much principal as you want. Or you can draw money out to make your interest payment. I mean, it's crazy what you can do. It's liquid. If you have more equity, they allow you to borrow more. And every dime you put in the bank is credited toward the balance on your loan. Even though it's available to you, it's your money. It's credited so you pay less interest. This is an incredible loan. TheLiquidLoan.com. You just don't do any better. I don't know how else to put it. Affordable interest mortgage. It's 720-895-0500. 720-895-0500. I can't think of one thing bad about it. TheLiquidLoan.com. I have been helped tremendously by Colorado Pain Care, Sport and Spine. Now listen, I don't talk about things and tell you I've done them unless I've done them. I've been a patient for Colorado Pain Care. They took care of, first of all, my chronic pain that I've had for years. It never came back, thank God, and thank Colorado Pain Care. Not only that, they helped me with stupid injuries, like sometimes I overdo it, right? Hey, you call them, 303-GOT-PAIN, 2 locations in Denver, all under one roof, beautiful facility, or they have this wonderful facility in Lakewood. Just mention Martino. Get a free water bottle on your first visit. 303-GOT-PAIN. Same-day appointments, too. 303-GOT-PAIN.
Your insurance company hired an adjuster. Should you, as the oldest, largest, and most
Still gonna buy.
Are you convinced that you can't call it what, bro? Carb-free, carb-free cultured dairy.
What is it called? What is it?
It's ice cream.
What's the name?
Carb Master.
Do you love it?
Never
He
had it.
doesn't know. He's trying to find something.
I've had, now listen, bro. I have.
Dying.
I know. I have some wonderful shit. I do. I have some wonderful shit. The ice cream that I have.
Well, do you like
I've
yogurt?
made homemade shit.
Do you like yogurt?
Yogurt?
Yeah.
I love yogurt, but a lot of it's not when it's carbs.
No, because I've been eating
Doctors
called
know
to go.
through
That's 2 grams of carbs.
psychiatrists.
It's not enough.
It's more than I want.
Well, 2 grams is nuts, guys.
saying that
If you have to have a note saying you're not crazy, that tells me something.
Who, Drew?
from his psychiatrist.
Are you
saying
fucking
that
serious?
He was treated for an insect bite with antibiotics, which caused severe diarrhea and prolonged episode of dehydration, which apparently interfered with his legal representation. Anyway,
Who's that?
this is all from Drew.
I want to see this.
Oh,
What's this dude look like, man?
I don't know, but if there is documentation there that there is a picture of Drew somewhere, I would love to see it. You did?
Is it self-funded?
There's a book on Amazon. Bro.
What's it called? It's Drew Bradford, and he's the author. Is he the author?
Yes.
There's a picture of him?
Yes.
I'd love to see what this guy looks like. Okay.
Now, okay, now here's what they said.
We're back on. You want to be off?
Interesting info on the latest batch of their Max Relief Balms and how they tested to 2,700 milligrams. That's basically a free extra 200 milligrams. And this stuff has been really good for my aches and pains. And believe me, and I've talked about them, I've got plenty. Also, wanted to let you know that if you use promo code KOA/KHAL as a one-time code, please also feel free to use promo code DAVE for 30% off your next order. The more and more I learn about CBD, the more thankful I become for this relationship with Blue Sky CBD. They're providing me with the highest quality products available at a lower cost per milligram than the run-of-the-mill stuff you're going to find at big box stores. And for the entire month of February, you get free shipping on all orders. For more information, go to bluesky-cbd.com. Blue Sky CBD.
Did you know your ugly, cracked, stained, embarrassing driveway, patio, or walkway can actually earn you money? I'm Larry Green of System Pavers, America's #1 designer and installer of elegant outdoor living systems. This spring, love your home again and turn the old hardscapes into big savings with our free demolition and instant recycling cash credit. Call System Pavers today at 877-PAVE-002 and you will save like never before because we'll demolish and remove your old cracked concrete or asphalt for free and give you an instant recycling cash credit toward our beautiful interlocking pavers, SP turf, custom built-in barbecues, fire pits, and wonderful outdoor lighting. This could add up to hundreds, even thousands in savings, but you must call now, 877-PAVE-002. Don't wait. Our free demolition, removal, and instant recycling credit only applies to new orders placed by February 28. 877-PAVE-002, 877-PAVE-002, or systempavers.com.
See website for full details. Denver's talk station wants to help you out with your holiday bills.
Oh my God, are you kidding me?
Every weekday, it's the 12K a day giveaway. 12 chances a day to win $1,000. Just listen at 5 past the hour for the keyword to enter at khow.com. Sponsored by Guy Reese.
Brighten your home and save 10% on Benjamin Moore paint by joining the Guy Reese loyalty program. Stop by a store or go to GUIRYS.com to sign up today. Guy Reese, your neighborhood paint store since 1899.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK. Okay, now, Paul. Did we take Paul already?
I wasn't sure if you were done.
Paul, did you have any additional questions, sir?
Well, I just wanted
Oh, yeah,
to know,
that's right. We're working the math. Never mind. I'm sorry. Thank you. All right, so we were talking about this, and again, when we say numbers don't lie, this is what we're talking about if you're just tuning in. It's very interesting, and after the break, we are going to have Jordan come back and give him an answer. Paul wanted to know, what should I do? I was born in 52. I have a pension right now. I can take it $4,000 a month for the rest of my life. Now, he gets Social Security on top of that, right? So now, or I can take a lump sum of $600,000 and roll it into an annuity or something else. Now, never take the lump sum, pay the tax and penalties, and keep in the bank. That's crazy. But what if you roll it into an annuity? Since math doesn't lie, we can do the calculations. In an annuity, will he get more than $4,000 a month on that $600 or not? We're going to figure it out at his age. The other thing is this. You may have a retirement plan of some kind, wanting to know what to do. I mean, even at a younger age. You know, is a 401k the best option? Not always. Now, Jordan, what I don't want to do is interfere with your calculating. So are you there?
Yeah, yes, I'm here. Yep.
Yeah, but I don't want to interfere with. Are you figuring this out for Paul?
So if you give me 2 more minutes, I've got one ran. And
That's what I want to do. Okay, I'm going to give it to you. So
Tom, simple math. If he takes $4,000 a month for 13 years, he makes more than $600,000.
Right.
So if you just do the basic math without any interest or anything else, $4,000 a month for 13 years is $610,000. So after 13 years, anything he gets is over the amount he would get with the lump sum.
Well, yeah, but okay. But what if with an annuity he gets $5,000 a month?
No, I'm not. I'm just,
okay. All right.
Just giving you an example.
That's what we're trying to figure out. Where do you get the most for the money? And a lot of people nowadays are looking for income. It seems to be a transition. It used to be people wanted to amass a fortune. They want to amass equities or they want to amass lumps. But now, because money is so vulnerable to inflation and because interest rates fluctuate so much and the stock market does, it's probably a better idea to secure some income. But as Mark said, you don't put everything into one basket anyway, so you should have maybe some liquidity along with some income.
I like the idea of some kind of franchise, too, you know, a run itself. Like a Sports Clips or something.
No, you see, Mark's talking about actively investing, like be a businessman. But do you mean that into your retirement, Mark?
Oh, absolutely.
Really? You would like to do that?
Yeah.
So like, okay.
I'm looking at an epoxy company for garages and stuff like that. I'm looking at Sports Clips. I'm looking about something that kind of range.
Yeah. I've always thought if you don't have a really compadre or relative or someone to help you with that, Mark, it's really, I don't know of any hands-off business, is what I'm saying.
There's a lot of turnkeys. McDonald's. I mean, they get an awful lot for a franchise.
But you got to have a manager. You got to have managers and people that you really trust.
A good franchise walks you through everything, man. That's what you're paying the fee for.
You're right. And, well, first of all, I think McDonald's is a license to print money.
Goodyear was a good one. You know, I had 5 Goodyear stores. Back in the day, I don't know how they do it now. Goodyear had store management school you could send to people. They virtually did everything.
Yeah, and they even advertised, right? But you had to pay.
You'd have co-op advertising, absolutely.
So, people, that is the question we're tackling. And, by the way, we're also going to recap some of the problems today so they don't happen again. And the really serious one, once again, a Florida mover with an initial estimate of $8,000. She has paid into them so far like $12,000.
Marty's talked to him.
He has?
Yeah, let's talk about it after the break, though.
Oh, that's good, because we put Deputy Smarty Pants on it and said, call these guys out of Florida. And I don't know how he's getting results. He has had some successful results. When I say successful, Mark, let's qualify that.
Better than nothing.
It's better than nothing. But still, they would have been better off never using the company because he was able to get them their stuff, although much of the stuff was missing or damaged, and many times over the original estimate.
I always go into the bigger picture, especially an older couple They're empty nesters at this point. They're going to move to Florida, Arizona, wherever they're going to move. Why in the world would you move furniture, even with a valid mover? Most times, moving across country is going to be $8,000 to $15,000.
I know.
Why in the world wouldn't you just buy new stuff? I can't wrap my brain around it.
You know, and when people say, I can't believe when they say sentimental furniture.
No, unless if...
come on.
Now, if your grandfather carved a bookshelf or something, fine.
But you ship that.
Well, yeah, why would you let a mover touch it?
But normal furniture, it's almost never, ever, ever, ever worth moving.
Especially these little ones they tow, these little U-Hauls. Think about how much just the gas is to rent these stupid U-Hauls. You could spend $3,000 to move an old couch, a coffee table, and a mattress.
More coming up on the annuities.
I got some follow-up on United, that Frontier Airlines with the voucher.
You do? Okay, good.
So if you want to fill some time.
Hey, Southwest. Yeah. So we're flying out to Vegas in April, okay? So I book it. It's the first time I booked two airlines. I'm flying out on Frontier. We're flying back on Southwest. The Southwest one sent me an email day after I booked it yesterday. It says, we're sorry to inform you that your flight that was supposed to leave at 9:45 p.m. is now leaving at 11:55. And I'm going, is this you? Yeah. So, click here if you want to change it. There's no cost in changing it within 14 days. So I click onto it, and they had one at 4:45 p.m., which the only reason I did that to begin with, it was $200 more. That's why I got the 9:45. It was like $60.
Oh, good. So now you get earlier.
And not only earlier, but it was free.
Same price.
You don't pay the difference.
Right.
On Frontier, if you move something, if you buy their $10 travel protection and they move it, you still pay the difference in the flight.
Really?
Yeah, which could be substantial.
Southwest.
Southwest.
Way better. Great. Way better.
I couldn't believe it. That was the best I've ever been dealt with on an airline. Problem with Southwest is sometimes, round trip could be $400, and on Frontier it's $100. I mean, it's pretty hard to argue that.
ABC News has learned the CDC could issue new guidance as early as next week. The second of 3 former Minneapolis police officers facing federal charges related to George Floyd's...
Did it hurt when you were in the voting booth?
And
there's that Biden name. You had to check that box and scribble it in and punch it. Did it hurt physically?
I just wrote Mark.
Was it like Fred Sanford?
I just wrote Mark Mitchell again.
I wonder if anybody's ever won by a write-in. Probably not.
3.8% in January. This is ABC News. Among the many effects if Russia invades Ukraine, rising gas and oil prices.
Of course.
Russia controls a
So
significant...
here's what the administration is saying. Gas prices are going to be fucking insane, even though they're going up constantly now. It's not Biden's fault. It's all Russia, Russia, Russia.
Gas tax holiday, a national gas tax holiday. There are many utilities that have also been sending their customers notes in recent days because people have seen those heating and electric bills jumping as well as a result of this.
Prosecutors in Minnesota are
Who the
seeking a
fuck's that?
7-year prison.
Oh my God, let me see that. That's the man? Is he talking in this YouTube? Our Best Friend by Drew Bradford. How do we see him? I don't understand. Where did this come from? Our Best Friend by Drew Bradford.
Look up his name.
Our electric car in April. They paused production last year to deal with a battery problem. And when ABC News. I struggled with symptoms like
Doc, turn that down for me.
stomach pain for years.
Amazon. YouTube. Okay, I want to see. I'll tell you as soon as I hear his voice if it's him. What the fuck is this?
That's him. That's him.
Researchers are trying to understand why some people will never get COVID-19, even after being exposed. See, I think that's me. 16 of 34 people never got infected for some reason. Wow, what a trip.
Mark, remember that nightmare car ride in Hawaii when you lost your glasses, had an infection, going to the doctor, and we couldn't figure out how to defog the windows?
Yep.
That was so. I still can't figure out why we couldn't figure that out in the car. Like, I mean, we lived in Oklahoma. That was it all the time. Did you see that?
Yeah, I don't look at this. It's really, I don't know how to get the rest of the text.
This from a former school teacher turned religious prophet and who uses the law system to make a buck by suing people for frivolous reasons to support himself. Who said that?
I just sent
this
you
guy
the
Joseph
screenshot.
about
So let me know what you think.
Here's Drew, dude. Look.
Yeah, I found a picture of
Oh,
him.
wait. Look.
Yeah, that's him.
And did people comment on him?
Only one. That's his,
Okay, if you think it's worth following up.
I don't know.
No, have Marty.
Well, he looks at
I don't want to do
it.
it.
Totally legit.
I can't do it.
I knew a
anymore.
guy like him.
Because
He's the guy that sued me.
animosity back and forth.
I'll think about it. I don't know if I want to deal with her.
I don't.
Okay, thanks, Ken. I gotcha.
Did you know that, Mark?
no, but I want to get that background music and do a commercial. I want that real religious music next time I do a Paragon.
Why? Oh, there it is. Where's my radio?
I'm going to go for the jugular.
Now, can I move? I got my audio here. I got my radio show sounds. So how do I get them from Dropbox here to a folder there, Mark?
Just download them. Create a folder on the desktop. And then dump them into that
Spa
folder.
Palace for 38 years has been the trusted
Okay.
source for all your hot tub and swim spa needs.
Oh,
They are the
okay.
most trusted brand, Jacuzzi Hot Tubs, a leader in performance with clean water hydrotherapy.
Boy, that's
A brand
that's
with
crazy,
trusted
man.
brands you can trust.
Hello?
Spa Palace. Spa
True,
Palace.
he's
.com for
God
location.
dang. Doc, I'm gonna send you out to do a
Oh, hey, Chris, what's up?
an in-depth article on you. Well, you're going with it.
It already downloaded, Mark, somewhere.
Let me say it.
Okay, well, they won't talk to me, so I will.
It just defaulted to a download.
Tell them they need to call you.
So
Well, I would call
where does
them
it
and say,
go
look,
on this? Go to your folder.
My
you spoke to
document.
somebody
No,
so much.
no,
download.
No, I know,
Zip,
but go to your
I'll call
folder
you,
and
follow up.
download.
This
So,
folder, yeah.
what's going on? And if they don't
And then
respond to that,
download, see if they're there.
okay? All right, thanks, Chris.
Radio show sound FX.
Yeah, yeah.
Drag
So
that
now,
folder.
right click it,
Drag that
and you want to
folder.
unzip it, extract all, and now pick out your desktop.
Right where I put it. Right, got it.
There you go.
Thank you.
Get started.
Oh, we're in trouble now. You got some.
Russia's
Dinger's
added.
back. Great news, great news, great news. My dinger's back.
All right.
Sweet.
Those little blue pills helped, huh?
I'm sure Stephanie's aghast.
As long as he doesn't come in talking Swedish.
Well, you know what they say about Italians. Tiny.
That's some fancy meatball.
That's a 3 inches.
He sure is, John. Yes, he is. And we just watched the video of him.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now.
On 630 KHOW.
Hey, I'm Tom Martino. Welcome to the show. Good news, people. I have found my dinger. And I'm going to now start using it again because they took it off the computer I had. And I have all my sounds now. So my dinger is back in service, people.
Let's hear it.
Okay. Let's go to the one I like the best. Ding, 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 ding. Wait. Everything came over but the no, seriously. Hold on, how does that happen? How do all my sounds come over?
It's like
no, wait a minute. No, there's a plot here. No. There's something totally wrong because everything came over except my dinger. Hold on.
Remember when we used to train old people at the computer store? It's deja vu.
Yeah, I do remember that.
In fact,
hold on. I'm getting it, man. Jeez. Is it all this trouble just to do my dinger?
There you go.
There. I like that. Now, it sounds actually better.
I think it represents you well.
Oh, that is it. 303-7. I asked Deputy Doc one time. I hid a microphone inside his bedroom.
That's the bite in White House.
That's inside his bedroom on Valentine's Day.
That's horrifying.
Anyway, 303-7.
How about the one where they
There's
say...
some things, Tom, that are just not worth a comment.
God. What was the one where they were saying there's no... it's a chant, and it had to do with a liberal chant.
Oh, yeah, I have. Hold on.
No diversive...
Oh, yeah, I know. Hold on. I know. I love it if I can find it. I love my sounds here. Oh, damn, I can't. Diversity. Damn, we'll find it. Anyway, 303-713-TALK is our number. Let me go to the phones and help people. Mark found Drew on YouTube. Didn't you?
I did. I've always wanted to see what he looked like. Talib, did you put that picture up for our YouTube viewers? You should.
Now, let's talk to Jordan.
He's like 70-something, man.
He looks like he's in pretty good shape.
And he's been suing a lot of people.
Yeah, he said only four lawsuits in his life.
Which I don't understand.
Yeah. Jordan, welcome.
Yeah.
Now, we have Paul who called and said, hey, I have a choice to make. Can you help me out? And it's really, quite... It's a quite good challenge to see. Not that it's a challenge. It doesn't mean, by the way, that an annuity is good or bad. What it means is, in this particular case, should he do an annuity or not? Based on being born in 1952, he gets $4,000. He has a choice of getting $4,000 a month or a $600,000 lump sum. Of course, he would not want to take that lump sum and be taxed on it. Therefore, he'd roll it over. If he rolled it over into an annuity that you guys offer, could he get more than $4,000 a month? So what did you find? And Paul, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
What approximately do you think he'd get?
Yeah, so I would recommend he's probably best if he's looking to take the income immediately. He's probably best leaving it where it's at, because with just off the top here, running with a couple companies, basically he'd have to keep it into here for about 3 years to get about the same income.
Just to get the same income, 3 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, if he goes to the fourth year, now we're talking about like an extra $1,000 to $1,500 a month. Where he's going to be having close to about $5,000 to $5,500 a month if he kept it in for 4 years. But if he's looking for an immediate,
if he kept it in for 5 years, you mean? If he kept it in for 5 years, he'd get about $1,500 more. If he keeps it in for 4 years, he just matches what he could get right now.
I might have said that backwards. Sorry, 3 years if he wanted to get the same income now. 4 years if he wanted to get the extra $1,000 to $1,500.
Yeah, but he'd be giving up $150,000. Waiting 3 years, that's going to be $150,000.
You're right about that, Mark. In income, you're absolutely right.
Yep.
Yeah, Paul. It sounds like, and that's what I love about these guys. They're straight shooters. They're never going to tell you to roll over money just because they want it.
Can you, Jordan? Can you roll money over into the Become the Banker product and keep it in a qualified plan? Is that possible? Not the annuity, the actual life insurance. Could I'm just kind of spitballing.
Can a qualified plan own Become the Banker?
Yeah, with no tax ramifications immediately.
No.
Damn it.
If I'm understanding you correctly, you're saying just to go into the life insurance side of the other product?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, hold on, Jordan. Thanks for that calculation. Now, Mark had a calculation he had asked for we want to get to, too. But, Paul, do you have any other questions about your pension? That was pretty straightforward.
I just wanted to know, is there anybody I can go and talk to about it? What's the guy, Jordan? What's his company?
Why would you want to, though? Because you can, but it sounds like that income is your best option. Can you get that income today?
I can start it today. Well, that would be if I started it in June, I think.
Okay.
You know,
that's a pretty good deal, bro.
So people can talk to you about different options, but if you're looking at different investment schemes, another one you might think about, and I don't know if it's right for you, but you roll that over into a self-directed IRA, and you could put commercial property into it. You could actually put property into it, for example. But it's all up to you what you want to do.
Yeah, but I don't think the personal IRA or that doesn't have the guaranteed income component, Mark.
I don't know, but he's thinking of cashing it in. I don't know. Do you still want the guaranteed income?
Well, yeah, I'm going to use the income to live on. Yeah.
Yeah, then don't mess with it. Yeah. It's a great deal right now for you. Is it backed by a solid company or an independent trustee that's solid?
Like I said, I don't know the company that's backing it. I work for an airline, so
I think his company went to a different company.
He works for an airline. Is it a solid airline?
Well, you know, the airline industry can come and go in a heartbeat.
Well, see, that's what I want to know. I don't know if Jordan knows this. Hold on, Jordan.
They probably not run their own pension.
Do they run their own pension, or is there a third party that guarantees it?
So it's a combination of two. I mean, it's the main thing is the third party is the one that actually holds the money. So it might be, like I said, Wells Fargo, might be Fidelity, might be some of the big.
But the company funds it.
The company funds it. That's the point.
But can they close it in a BK like they did way back when with United? Can they raid the pension these days, or is that why it's held at Wells Fargo so they can't touch it?
And by the way, those... Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, even back in those days, those funds were still held by another company when they got raided. You know, so it's not like they hold the money themselves.
I understand.
No, we're not talking about holding the money. We're not talking about holding the money. What we're talking about is, why do some pension plans dissolve and go away from lying and cheating or devaluing of the company, and others stay put? Why is that?
You know, for my take, I mean, a lot of it has to deal with just who runs it. Just like we saw with the United, and we were talking about this earlier, that person intentionally went in there and kind of raided those.
Okay. Now, here's what I want to tell you. There was one guy that worked for a company in Ann Arbor, Michigan. He's writing to me. He said he was 18 years there, and he said he was supposed to get $2,600 a month. The company, something went wrong. And after a Pension Benefit Guaranteed Corporation, this is what a guarantee it is. You think you're covered because you have PBGC? Okay, you're not. Instead of getting $2,600 a month, he got $348 for 10 years. For 10 years. That's all he got. Yeah. So in other words, that was the insurance that took over when his went bad, when his company went bad. Now think about that. That is terrible. That's why I would hope that Paul knows if it's solid or not. But then again, Jordan, isn't the annuity you sell based on a company?
Sorry, you cut out a little bit. You said
isn't the annuity you sell based on a company?
Yeah. And so with us, we deal with companies that are only A to A+ rated, and they have to have a track record of 75, 100+ years in the business. And so you're absolutely right. I mean, there's still some risk, but just to your point, with these products, they are actually backed by the state that they're sold in. So like state of Colorado puts their name behind these products, because most times if there ever was a difficulty with one of these companies, if they failed, the state insurance department would go in, run the company wherever their domicile is, and then basically get to a profitable standpoint. If they can't keep it profitable, the second step is they find a merging company to fulfill all the promises. And if they can't keep those two steps in place, the third piece is that the state actually backs your policy for you, the annuity itself. And they'll give it up to, I believe it's $300,000 in cash. So it's not as liquid as the $600,000 in this example, but that's again, if 3 steps fail through that whole process.
Okay. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255.
It's so funny. It's like all of a sudden we're in the midterms.
are the sharpest rides in Inglewood. They're going to give you the best offer hands down. The sharpest rides is so easy to get to, just located minutes from I-25 in Santa Fe. And with the best appraisals in town from their trained buyers, you know you'll always be taken care of. Get the best deals at the sharpest rides. I'm telling you, if you're looking to trade in, go to the sharpest rides, best customer service in town. Get more info at thesharpestrides.com.
I keep talking about the liquid loan because people almost think it's too good to be true. It is a simple interest line of credit on your home. So let's say you go and apply for the liquid loan. Let's say you owe $350 on your home. It'll pay that off. Now that'll be on your line of credit, simple interest, meaning you can pay interest only, like a few $100 every month when cash is short, or you can pay more and pay down principal. Or you can pay down just principal in the middle of the month. You can do whatever you want. In fact, if you have more equity than the 350 supports, in other words, you may have another 100 or 200 you can draw on as your line of credit. You can even use that to make payments in real troubled times. The point is this: it's a liquid loan for 30 years. And if you make regular payments, like a regular loan, you'll pay off your home way quicker than a regular loan. The whole idea is simple interest and a line of credit that's totally under your control. That's why we call it the liquid loan. Affordable interest mortgage does it. TheLiquidLoan.com. 720-895-0500. 720-895-0500. Now, Simply Floors, Inc., I can't say enough about them because I like them so much. Buddy and Karen Mitchell are the owners. They are professionals. They have stock in all kinds of flooring, like all kinds of rugs and carpets and area rugs or whatever you need. And they have quality. Or they have, just regular quality or superior quality, all price ranges. They also have better installers, better financing, and better pricing. They also have LVT at the same great pricing. They also have hardwoods of all kinds and engineered and planking, and they have laminates. Here's the deal. If you deal with them, you get free design services too. That's right, to coordinate the floor. SimplyFloorsInc.com. SimplyFloorsInc.com. So many people get electrical issues on their car and they wonder where to go. Lakewood Auto Electrics is no longer around, but Sheridan Auto Tech bought them out and has their techs, and they can take care of you with electrical issues or, of course, any maintenance, any repairs, including electrical. Sheridan Auto Tech also has Uncle Kevin at the helm, who treats every customer like family. They'll never, ever suggest anything you don't need. Longevity, honesty, experience, knowledge, convenience, and value. On Colfax in Lakewood, on Havana in Aurora. SheridanAutotech.com, 303-455-7242, 455-7242.
What's done more to improve overall health and wellness?
Yeah, years. And were you baptized
as a baby?
Yeah. Many.
So listen to this story.
And then later on, I was too.
So what would you do? You're Catholic. You were baptized as a baby, like most. And then you find out, and this happened to thousands of people in Arizona and California, the priest was using the wrong words. He just got fired by the top dog.
It wouldn't bother me. I wouldn't care because
he changed the pronoun that could change the lives of countless Catholics. The Catholics are actually saying, because he said it wrong, they need to be rebaptized.
Oh, come on. What did he say wrong?
Okay, I had to see that too, and here's exactly what he said wrong. Instead of saying, he said, quote, we baptize you. It should have been, I baptize you. He used we instead of I.
What was he trying to do? Say him and the Lord was baptizing you?
I don't know, but he used the wrong word.
Yeah.
Well, all the church has to do, if the Pope says you're still baptized, then you're still baptized.
They fucking fired the dude.
Was he a priest?
Yeah, he was Bishop Tom Olmsted.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like,
and he went to his diocese
It's powerful technology.
And then the Archbishop got involved.
To apply to your job. So,
And, this guy foobarred it. He fucked it all up. You grew up in California. This guy could have baptized you. Were you Catholic? Oh. Well, how do you vote for Biden if you're not Catholic? You have to be Catholic. If you're, wait. How do
You know what a fish looks like when you look at him in the water?
We're getting into later this afternoon with the
What is that? I just got injured.
He did get it. What's that? What do you say?
I see,
Do you know how a fish looks like in the water?
when he made the face, like the face, and I went like
That was pretty good. You're a child.
Sometimes, but I'm playing with you.
This whole studio is a child. It's like kindergarten.
Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, realcbdthatworks.com. Tom and the promo code get 30% off. They now have, what is that, 3,300 milligram oils that you put under your tongue with a dropper for pain, inflammation, anxiety. They also have a makeup or a cosmetics line, including eye serum that has anti-inflammatory properties. Suzanne says it works great. 303-713-TALK is our number. By the way, it's realcbdthatworks.com. Put Tom in the promo code, 30% off. Diane has a question about home inspections. Hi, Diane. What can we do for you?
Oh my goodness, I don't know what question to ask you, but I'm interested in a home inspection. But my problem is I hope I can do this quickly. I had a friend of mine help me out and sign a refinance loan with me because Wells Fargo was going to foreclose on me. That was in 2016.
In 2016, they refinanced you. Is that right?
Right, with her name on it. Yes.
Well, what do you mean her name on it? You're who?
The lady that she was renting part of my house, and I told her that I couldn't pay the loan, and she said, "Well, let's try to get."
Oh no! Hold on. She helped you apply for the loan and qualify for it.
Yeah.
She went on the mortgage.
Yeah.
Did you?
Not on the deed.
Well, are you positive of that? Because normally they don't let people. Okay, there was no quit claim. There was nothing. All you signed was a loan with her. You did not give her any part of the house.
No.
You better be clear, because I don't know any banks that allow people to go on a loan without being on the house. But go ahead. What happened?
That's exactly right. And what happened then, I guess last year, 2020,
Was she renting a room from you?
She was renting part of my house, yes.
Okay.
And
this was how many years ago?
2016.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the consequence now? Let's just tell me what's happening.
She sued me.
For what?
To get her name on the deed.
Oh. That's right. And she won, didn't she?
Yeah, she did.
Yep, she owns part of your house now. Well, and it's worth way, way more. Why did she win? What, did you go to court? Did you get an attorney? What happened?
I had an attorney, but it was a free attorney. I'm 78 years old and disabled.
So this woman basically stole your house. We hear it all the time.
Yeah.
And what was her claim? Is that she should have been put on to begin with, but you never signed the document?
Yep.
And that it's not logical that I would put myself on the loan and not on the house?
Doesn't a lot of that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. So right now then, does she want you to sell your house?
Yes.
Is she suing you to sell it?
Yes.
Oh, my goodness.
Under the laws of Colorado, what happens is when two people are on a deed and there's no partnership agreement, what happens is partnership laws, just normal laws of Colorado take place, which force a sale. And then how much is the loan, by the way?
The loan that she is now on, I think it's 300 and.
You were on. You're both on it. 300, right?
Yep.
Is the
She's on
balance?
it now. She wasn't before.
Wait, she was on the loan before because she wasn't on title. She had to be on the loan or she couldn't help you qualify.
Well, I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm sorry,
meant
dear.
that.
I'm sorry. Okay, Diane, let me slow down. So, she is on the loan with you, and how much is that loan, dear? Just give me an idea.
$312.
Okay, now on this $312,000 loan, okay, how much can you sell the house for realistically? What is that house worth? You know, Frank Duran, the realestateman.com, he can help you evaluate that. But what do
She's
you?
in the Springs.
Well, okay, well then we can get Stephanie Thomas. What do you think that house will sell for?
Well, she thinks it's worth 700 and something.
Well, whatever it's worth, that's good because the more it is, you split it, right? Isn't she? Now she's not trying to get more than 50%, is she?
I signed a settlement that says she gets $105,000.
Oh, good.
My God, that is as fair as it can get.
Yeah, for sure.
That's great, though. So,
but Diane, hold on, Diane. You don't want to leave your home, do you?
No.
Okay, I got an idea. Now wait.
What?
Now listen. You take the 312 and add to it the money you owe her. How much is that? 101.
Yeah, 105.
Okay. So now you got 417 or something, right? Now, you take that 417, I'll bet you you can get a reverse loan to pay that all, and you won't have any payments the rest of your life. Does that bother you? Because that would be a great way for you to get rid of her, get your house back, and never worry about it again. You don't have to make a payment.
How can I get that really quick? Because I have to have it done by...
Now, if you're working on it, I doubt they're going to give you a tough time. Now, here's what I can do.
Well, unless they've already given her 10 extensions.
We're going to... hold on. What's the deadline, Diane?
I don't know about extensions.
Diane,
okay.
What's the deadline, dear?
I don't have it in front of me. There's a... Oh, I'm so nervous. Not about you, but about what's happening to me.
You know what, though? It's water under the bridge, Diane. Let's get you in the best position, and I'll tell you why. How old did you say you were, 78?
Yeah.
You're going to get more than 50% of value. You're going to be able to pay that bitch off.
Yeah, she's awful.
I'm so sorry
let's get
this
Joan
happened.
Sullivan up. Let's.
I'm so sorry this happened to you. I'm so sorry.
And do you have any kind of income at all? Social Security, anything?
I have Social Security. It's 917 or something like that. 72. I don't remember.
You just have to show you
It
can
just
pay.
started.
You can pay taxes and insurance. What do you mean it just started?
Well, I mean the 900. I had 800 and something before. So
Diane, seriously, this could be the answer to your prayers on getting rid of her if you can get that much out in cash. Even if you get most of it out. The thing is, and if they know you're working on a loan, she's not going to come after you.
That's why I'm saying Joan can crunch these numbers. We just got to...
Do you realize...
Joan's in tomorrow.
Okay, why don't we do that? Why don't we get you back on tomorrow? Diane, don't fret.
Okay.
We're going to work with you. Now,
I love you, Tom. I love you.
Okay.
I am so worried about losing my house. I've been here for 25 years.
Yeah, you're not going to lose your house, and you can live there the rest of your life and never make a payment, ever.
Oh, gosh.
Now, you don't have anyone you were going to leave it to, and if you did, who cares? I mean, you need to live.
I don't have. They don't want the house. They just
You're
want me
in a
happy.
perfect position for you are the perfect candidate for a reverse loan. Now, why did you sign that settlement, by the way?
Because I had to use an attorney that was free, and he did not help me. He only called maybe 2 or 3 times, and then when we did the Zoom, I couldn't get the Zoom to work. And he's a young guy, and he's flipping his hair around. Anyway, he yelled at me. He said, "You've got to sign this. You've got to sign it."
I don't think it's a bad deal.
No, it's not a bad deal, in fact.
She might have lost that house in 16 where it was probably only worth $350,000. Now it's doubled in price, and it's only costing her $105 to pick up that additional $200 in equity.
Yeah, and she never made a payment on this house ever, did she?
Oh yeah, she and I were shared. We split the payment.
For how long?
5 years.
Since 2016.
See, she was up on foreclosure, Tom.
Is she? to this day, was she making in this year she's been making half the payment too?
Yes.
This woman is a saint, okay? This woman didn't hurt you.
Yeah, that's
this
why
woman,
when you called her a bitch, I was a little drawn back.
Well, Mark, I didn't know she was. Did you know she was paying 50% of the house payment?
I knew 105 is a hell
It doesn't matter.
She could have
It's even better.
House.
It's even better now that she was making half the payment, Mark. Now that I know the facts, this woman didn't hurt you. This woman, and what did you sign a settlement to pay her what?
$105,000.
Let's think about this. You wouldn't have been able to afford the house. You would have lost it anyway. And she paid half the payment. You wouldn't have been able to afford the payment.
And it doubled in equity.
You know what? Plus, she's not even going after all the equity. So the attorney did you well, and that woman was not terrible. Diane, and now you're going to get a reverse loan and be in a better position than you ever were. But without that woman getting you through this rough time and where the house appreciated, you would have never been able to get a reverse loan. So hold on, Suze, let's get her back on tomorrow and help this woman. I'm glad there wasn't someone trying to steal from you that much.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Tom Martino now. Michael Brown tomorrow morning at 6:30 KHOW Denver. Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com.
The highway drive around the metro area in good shape, both I-25 and I-70 problem-free through town. 225, the Boulder Turnpike, I-76, C-470, and 270 all looking good as well. Off-freeway, a crash on westbound Colfax at Osage, still in the cleanup stages with backups to Spear. Fox 31 pinpoint weather, overcast with snow showers developing this afternoon. A total of 3 to 7 inches of accumulation possible. Will drop down into the mid-teens overnight tonight. Partly cloudy tomorrow for your Thursday with a high in the mid to upper 30s. It's 32 right now in Denver. With your Impact Traffic and Weather, I'm Janine LaRose, 630 KHOW.
Hiring can be a headache. That's why there's Indeed, the hiring platform that removes the hassle. Sponsor a job and immediately get a short list of quality candidates. And you can schedule and conduct video interviews right on their site. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
All right, this is all about real estate now. Home investors will buy your house for the asking. You call them and say, I don't want to do any improvements. I have deferred maintenance. It's in bad condition or good condition. Get a bid, 800-44-BUYER. 800-44-BUYER. It's that simple. Okay? Now, they may not give you what you can get on the market if you have time to sell it the conventional way, but that's up to you. Get a bid from Home Investors, 800-44-BUYER, and get a check in a day or so. Or go the conventional route with Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. Talk to both of them. Frank will never lie to you. He'll tell you if it's a great deal. If Home Investors offered you a great deal, he will. Or he'll tell you what he thinks he can sell it for free of charge, no obligation. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. 303-920-1622. All right. There have been so many victims of the fires. There have been so many people hurt, not just direct loss, but what about people who were hurt adjacent to the fires with peripheral damage? Or what about people not even close to those fires who have other insurance damages? You have someone you need to call. Public Insurance Adjusters of Colorado. Why? Because they fight for you, the policyholder. Here's what I like the most. Get a free analysis of your claim, no matter how big or small. They'll tell you what they think they can do for you, and they'll be honest about it. You only pay a contingency fee, a small percentage of what they collect for you, and you always get more with qualified public adjusters. 720-715-0000. COClaims.com. That stands for Colorado. COClaims.com. 720-715-0000. They have a team of insurance experts to evaluate your claim, and they're fire, water, wind, and hail experts. That's Public Insurance Adjusters of Colorado. COClaims.com.
How long will this bull market last? Well,
oh my God. Did this woman make out like a fucking bandit? She kept her home, grew equity.
Yeah, when you guys talk to this lady, you need to explain that that lady loves her. Because clearly she did. I mean,
Yeah, I can't find. It's funny. You can't find a fucking reverse mortgage calculator. Just can't find one. They're everywhere, but not there. Easy Pawn. Uh-oh. Matthew fucking handed over his title to a car, bro. Oh, it's starting.
It's starting?
Nah, it's like wet. Wet.
Ah.
Wet. Clinton calls info on Durham filing nonsense.
Of course.
Which of my wife's teeth is the implant, and she couldn't be happier, which means I couldn't be happier. When you're ready to replace your own missing tooth or teeth, please get started at AspenwoodDental.com.
Granberry.
Granberry.
Healthy cereal for your family.
Today is the day to take control of your health.
Yeah, only Drew would have a letter from his shrink.
To say he's not crazy.
It starts off, I'm a board-certified psychiatrist and medical doctor.
Well, nobody would. That's redundant. Of course, if you're a board-certified psychiatrist, you're a medical doctor. What kind of idiot wrote that?
A board-certified doctor?
He's a fucking moron. I wouldn't go to him.
I wonder what year this was. Drew has been a patient of mine since April 2001. The guy says he's fine. The guy, you know, he's not crazy.
You'll love the flavor and make today the day that you truly take control of your health with Granberry.
Granberry, Granberry, healthy cereal for your family.
Did you know your empty cracked space and embarrassing driveway, patio, or walkway can actually earn you money? I'm Larry Green of Kitchen Table.
So here's what Drew's saying. Drew is saying the reason he didn't have stuff on time was because he took 200 milligrams of doxycycline for the treatment of an insect bite, and it resulted in severe diarrhea and prolonged episodes of dehydration and lightheadedness, which interfered with his legal representation.
Well, you can get a Clostridium difficile diarrhea from any antibiotic that you have that kind of reaction to.
Yeah,
that part is true.
Yeah, they're saying that's the reason
that he couldn't go to the
go there.
Court.
And then what happened is the judge ultimately said, "Fuck you. You didn't file it on time. I don't give a shit a reason why. Hasta la vista, Drew." And then the judge dropped his tailgate on his head. Just kidding.
Well, he could have had some diarrhea from the doxycycline. That's pretty not. It happens occasionally.
Yeah, but I
But
mean,
it should take some.
Tom Martino here,
303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Wow, have things been weird, huh? We're discovering so many different problems and solutions. Hey, Jack, what's happening, Jack?
Hey, Tom.
What's going on, man?
First I want to say thank you. I never called you guys back to let you know that you helped us recover. My wife and I recover $7,000 back in 2013 after our wedding got flooded out up in Estes Park, and you guys gave a call to the venue we were scheduled with, and all of a sudden the check magically appeared.
Wow, that is so cool. What else is going on?
So I'm a home inspector here in Colorado, and I have a couple of specialties, and I market myself in some pretty remote areas. One of those specialties is log homes, and a couple found me recently. They're located way down in south central Colorado, up in the mountains out there in Creed, and their log home caught fire back before the holidays because a retrofitted wood stove system that somebody had installed in their wall, lit the log wall on fire. And the reason why they called me is they had a contractor come out there that said that everything needed to be torn out and replaced in order to properly repair the wall and repair all the damage that was done. And the insurance company said to them, "No, we're just going to repair and replace what was damaged, and essentially keep the chimney and the wood stove."
Well, you need a public adjuster. You need a public adjuster.
Yes, sir. So, and I learned that from you. So that's what I did. I recommended they call Claims Pro off of your referral list, which they did. And Claims Pro went out there, and they came up with all kinds of really good stuff.
And then what?
And then the biggest thing was they reached out to ServPro, who's been doing the mitigation down there.
And then what?
And ServPro refused to give them any information. So
wait. Who's ServPro working for? You, right?
Yes. Well, ServPro's working for my client. I'm helping them.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So what do you mean they refuse to give information? Why would they refuse to give information?
I have no idea.
It's the client's information. What kind of information do they want?
Well, I think they want to understand what ServPro's done so far.
Here's what I want to know.
Think
ServPro won't give information to the public adjuster for the client the public adjuster is representing. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes, sir.
Why? That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Have the client ask for the information. They can't refuse to tell the client. And if they refuse to tell the client, then we're going to come down on them.
And if the insurance actually paid out, get it from the insurance company.
No, the insurance hasn't paid out yet because we're trying to get them what they really
That's right.
need.
Jack, the reason ServPro doesn't want to tell you what's going on is because they're probably lying and cheating. That's my theory.
Yeah, and they're not doing a thorough job.
All right, so hold on. Well, hold on, Deputy Doc. I think ServPro is lying and cheating. I think that's why they don't want to give information. You mean to tell me if the client, who is the client?
The client is a couple. What's their name?
I mean, no, I don't need to know their name. I mean, who are a young married couple or what?
Yes, sir.
All right. Yeah. Have them request the exact information that the public adjuster wants. And if they will not answer their own clients, then we are going to make their lives miserable, and I'm going to publish that ServPro are liars and cheaters. That's what.
Nice.
All right.
Let me just add. Let me add a little footnote here. So here's part of the problem is ServPro hasn't even been out there in God knows how long, few weeks. The couple is living with some family members elsewhere. The cabin is all sealed up. And ServPro is up here at the Marshall Fire. They're not even working down there.
I know.
And
here's the thing. Yeah. They need to fire that company. They need to fire them. I don't know what their contract says, but they need to fire them. Deputy Doc, I wouldn't mind if you call them and say this. You need to let your client know what you did so she can get reimbursed. And did they give her statements or anything, invoices, anything at all?
I don't know.
Well, Jack, find out for me, man. Find out. I mean, I need to know what she got from them. We will call them, but do some basic homework. And then you're going to work with Deputy Doc. What we're going to do is make ServPro serve their client. These scumbags.
Awesome.
I hate restoration companies like that, and that's why when I advertise for American Restoration, I talk about the other scumbags. And ServPro sounds like a scumbag company to me, and I can't wait to sink my... You tell him that. In fact, you tell him. You have that couple say, Tom Martino can't wait to eat your lunch. He can't wait to spit you out after he chews you up because he hates restoration companies to begin with, and he thinks you're hiding something from me because you refuse to work with my public adjuster. Use those frickin' words. I am so sick and tired of those pieces of crap. Thank you. Call us back. I promise. 303 Martino. You'll get right through.
I think all those are franchises, aren't they, Mark?
What's that?
Aren't the Surplus franchises?
Yes.
So it's not all Surplus, Tom. Yeah. You got to be sure it's this particular one. So I think we need to be careful.
Where's the conflict? Oh, hell no. No. Oh, yeah, thank you. Yeah, I see what you're thinking. Yeah.
37.
Where? Denver.
It's 32 right now in Denver. With your impact traffic and weather, I'm Jenny LaRose, 6:30.
Get a better breakfast at Wendy's. Buy any breakfast sandwich and get any size drink in a Wendy's cup free. Hot coffee, Diet Coke, or vanilla frappuccino? Yes, free. Get your free drink when you buy a Wendy's breakfast sandwich today. Limited time only at participating U.S. Wendy's during breakfast hours.
Let's talk about Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies. I love these guys. They quarterback your retirement plans no matter what they are. In fact,
they recommend sometimes people do the overfunding of life insurance, the My Money, My Way. You know, they recommend these annuities. They recommend a bunch of different things. They recommend our people to do them even. Like they might send you to BlakeHarrisLaw.com. They might send you to Become the Banker or My Money, My Way for annuities. They may send you to Jones Sullivan for a reverse loan. Here's the point. They also do investing for you. Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies, basically, they look over your entire plan and coordinate things. I love the guys. They are family-centered. They are father, son, and son-in-law. They don't charge anything up front. They meet with you first as many times as you want. They answer all of your questions, including how they charge and why it ultimately saves you money. They're trusted, and they have a comprehensive approach, 40 years of experience. Listen to this. They help with taxes, Social Security, Medicare, supplements, insurance, long-term care, estate planning. Retirement planning is a big puzzle. You need to fit all these pieces together. That's rpcenter.com, rpcenter.com. 970-663-3211. 970-663-3211. The Art of Granite. It should be called The Art of Doing Countertops the Right Way. The Art of Granite will give you a price on the phone because they know how simple they are when it comes to charging you. It's simply by the square foot because they don't charge for tear out and haul away. They don't charge for the bathroom when you do the kitchen, and they charge wholesale on all materials. So get your price on the phone, theartofgranite.com, 303-386-5919, whether it's granite, quartz, any man-made material, or natural stone, 303-386-5919. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. I hope you waste $189 when you have core scan done. I hope that the radiologists come back to you saying you have no soft plaque to speak of, nothing to worry about. And that happens about 20 to 30% of the time. Some people have minor problems. Some people have major life-threatening problems. Here's the good news. No matter what level of trouble, there is treatment to stop and reverse it. CoreScans.com to find out in a 15-minute scan, pain-free, quick. You sit in a chair and you leave your clothes on. They'll find out if you're in danger of heart disease or stroke. 720-740-2663. 720-740-2663.
What's done more to improve overall health and wellness? Modern medicine or personal hygiene? Actually, it's both. But considering that bathing when...
In the 1800s...
No, get him to make the fish face, you got it good.
Something new, like cleaning your nose. After all, your nose is the body's air filter for trapping dirt and germs. The first line of defense against allergens, bacteria, and viruses from getting into your lungs. But how do you clean your nose? With Navage. Navage isn't medicine, it's more like plumbing. Navage uses powered suction to pull saline in one nostril to the very back of the nose where germs can get trapped and multiply. And then out the other nostril, flushing out mucus and microbes so you can breathe better, sleep deeper, snore less, and stay healthier. Join over 2 million others and find out for yourself how refreshing and easy to use Navage is. At Navage.com, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Bed Bath.
Mofo Joe. Mofo Joe. What's up, Joe, you mofo? You know what? I am not going to cuss anymore.
Today?
No, I'm done cussing. I'm done.
Today.
I will define in my own mind what a cuss word is.
Oh.
Know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think's the worst cuss word?
I tell you what, cunt is what they always say.
Yeah, but in Europe they use it all the time. Ah, you cunt.
Yeah. It's interesting that they don't do it here.
Well, I do.
But you can't say it on the air.
No.
All with free shipping and quick installation and setup through Dell Installation Services. Get started by shopping online or contacting your Dell Technologies advisor today at 877-ASK-DELL. Again, the number to call is 877-ASK-DELL.
Denver's talk station wants to help you out with your holiday bills. Every weekday, it's the 12K a day giveaway. 12 chances a day to win $1,000. Just listen at 5 past the hour for the keyword to enter at keyhound.com. Sponsored by Guy Reese.
Brighten your home and save 10% on Benjamin Moore paint by joining the Guy Reese loyalty program. Stop by a store or go to GUIR.com to sign up today. Guy Reese, your neighborhood paint store since $18.99.
Probably been done before. Wow. Down.
I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK. So, Jordan Chiano, Mark asked you about a scenario not long ago. Mark, what was that scenario you asked him about?
50-year-old puts $100,000 into it, and he wants to start taking money out at 65. How much?
Oh, my goodness. I'm so sorry.
Oh, you didn't do
like
it?
I said,
Okay.
It's $1,000 a month. Let me run it here. But, yeah, I can get you the exact numbers. But
all right.
I'm pretty sure it's going to be right there.
Okay, so, and that's just a 10-year festering period. Is it safe to say the longer it festers, the more you get?
Of course, yeah. And on top of that, not only that, as we mentioned before, they get those other benefits in addition to that with long-term care, the death benefit, the bonus. So they're not only going to just get income and protection, but yes, the longer they let it sit there, the bigger the paycheck will be.
Love it. Okay, now, any final words? What do you want? What do you do when people call?
Give us a call. You can give us a call or visit our website. You know, and I'll give you the number here. You give us a call directly.
I'll give the number out. I'll give the number out. But you tell me first. What do you do when they call?
Oh, when they call us, you know, we got to sit down, schedule an appointment, either face-to-face if you're local, or we can do it by phone or computer if that's better. And we just sit down and do an analysis of where you're at financially, what you owe on, what your goals are, and really what your income need is, what you're going to need to live on in retirement time. And after that, we put a full report together and show you what that paycheck will be and how it's guaranteed.
All for free, I hope.
Yeah, of course.
All for free. No cost, no obligation.
And then for Become the Banker, you do webinars still they can sign up for?
We still, so right now we're doing that mymoneymyway.com where it's that 30-minute video that talks a little bit about both programs.
Good.
Yep. So
that is good. That is good. That's a 30-minute video. And I think I had part in some of that video. I'm not sure if that's the one you're talking about. Yeah.
That's the one. That is the one. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. And that's Jordan Chiano. And that is mymoneymyway.com, mymoneymyway.com. 303-779-6600, 303-779-6600.
Just see how Biden just came out and warned us that gas prices
are going to be skyrocketing because of the Ukraine threat.
Right.
Well, they were already skyrocketing, but this is kind of going to cloak the real reason. Because it's going to be a few pennies because of Ukraine. It already went up a few dollars due to other policies.
We were so energy efficient not long ago.
No, you mean independent.
Independent. We were selling our stuff to other people. Now we're back on the OPEC breast.
Now, I want to remind you, we're working on this Florida thing, this Florida mover. Yet again, another example of how a Florida mover rips someone off.
They're threatening to sue Marty now.
Oh, really? Why is that?
Oh, who knows why? Because they're
nobody's going to sue anybody. Here's why. I'm saying this as a general statement. More moving ripoffs come out of Florida than anywhere else ever. And I would say there's a good chance if you use a Florida mover, you're going to be ripped off. Now, I'm not saying every single person there is a ripoff, but Guess what? If most ripoffs come from there, avoiding there will avoid most ripoffs, right? Okay, it stands to reason. Just like when most roofing ripoffs start with a knock at the door. It doesn't mean that each and every person who knocks at your door and solicits you is a bad roofer, but if you avoid hiring at the door, you will avoid most scams.
We need to light these guys up.
Tom, it's going back to geometry. Remember when you said if A equals B and B equals D?
Yeah.
So if you have a mover in Florida, you're going to get ripped off.
That's probably right. Or a car dealer in Greeley or Longmont.
Well, this particular one told her $8,000. It's going to end up at $15,000. She still doesn't have her stuff.
Save all your problems for me.
Follow Tom Martino at Real Tom Martino.